worse. Look, my camera's coming in 60 frames right
No, the curse of the awful cameras.
It's not
okay.
awful. I spent money on this.
It's the curse of the awful cameras. I feel like my mic is
camera.
loud. Also, hi. Welcome to the stream, where all of us, our cameras have decided to shoot just off into space today.
Not Colt. Colt's the friend.
I'm okay.
Colt's a little... What? Slimesicle? No way. Oh my god.
Wow.
I can't believe that
You roll
Charlie
with it real?
Slimesicle himself is on our D&D stream.
Hey gamers, it's me, Slimesicle.
I don't like this, actually. Alright, well, welcome back to... Not the gamers, welcome back to the Cursed Ones, where we are cursed. The question of the day, which I'm just making off the top of my head, which I think I partially mentioned earlier, there's like a scab at the back of my neck, and it's been there for years. Anyways.
What the fuck? Thanks for letting us know.
Why did Photoshop just open? What's going on?
That's the question of the day.
The question of the day, why did
enemies today.
Photoshop open? No, the question of the day is, what's like your favorite classic horror monster? It's officially spooky time. I'm wearing a skeleton glove, a Junji Ito shirt, black and white. I got the vibes going on. Halloween. Tell me your monster. Who do you date in Monster Camp if Monster Camp real? Alright, Ethos Cinematic Family Tree. Who are you? What is monster? What
Hi,
monster
I'm
would you
Kiki.
do the
I play
monster
Lelee.
mash with?
Oh, the monster mash? You know I gotta go with my boy Frankenstein.
Yo, Graveyard Smash with Frankenstein? Let's
and if you're a
is it the
stickler,
or
the monster, but I just call
Okay.
him Frankenstein because Frankenstein's monster is a mouthful and I have a lisp. So
because Frank is I'm gonna be quiet now.
Frank.
You could have had it all.
Frank's monster.
Frank's monster. Hi, I'm Frank. I ran the numbers. Y'all dead. That's me. I did run some numbers yesterday. The party got to see in my group chat as I spam them with, oh, let me actually get the funny number sheet.
Oh boy.
Okay. Why did you run the numbers? Oops.
He ran
Why?
What numbers were ran?
Strategy guide or okay, this is my
Guilty Gear.
I'm a gamer. Okay. Hi.
You're a gamer.
Numbers. Trigonometry.
Oh wow, the quality just fucking disappeared on my end, so I don't know any of that.
Good. Nobody gets the
Dude,
numbers.
that looks like my physics midterm.
Look at this. This is
Okay,
your
there
midterm.
it is. Is that a fucking triangle? Go to hell.
That's a triangle. I ran the triangles. Y'all
Did you
dead.
do
Triangles. I'm a cube man.
GameCube man.
I'm a sphere man.
I like cylinders.
I'm Spider-Man. Hi, welcome to
Spider-Man.
Hi.
Oh my god, hi.
Hi, it's me, Penis Parker.
What?
Pizza time. My favorite monster. Oh god, I have to think hard about this because I love so many classic. I think I'm gonna give it to the Leatherface and his family from Texas Chainsaw Massacre, just because of like how messed up they are. Like,
yeah,
Texas Chainsaw Massacre hasn't like aged perfectly. I will absolutely come out and say it has not aged well.
Oh my god, he came out.
It's like Leatherface and such is probably one of the scariest and like most realistic. Him and his family are really interesting to me, and they actually took inspiration off of Ed Gein, the actual serial killer and such. So I think Leatherface is cool. I love like the way his physicality is. Watch Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's good. Okay, and let's go to Leopold, apparent cult leader. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Matthew Agabuha. I play Thrux. I honestly I'm not the biggest horror guy. I like horror, but I don't actually, I've never watched much of the traditional stuff. I'm much more of a real life-based sort of thing. I'm a bigger fan of concept. So instead, I'm going to go with the most horrifying thing I've experienced recently, which is a sudden onslaught of uncontrollable vertigo. Very fucking frightening when you're me.
My guy gonna go to the Grand Canyon and fucking
Who's your favorite killer in Dead by Daylight?
Who is your favorite killer in Dead by Daylight? Because most of those are classic horror people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
What about Mike Slider?
What the fuck?
Mike Slider,
I don't care.
What about don't you love Micus Meyer so much?
No!
Chill, I guess.
Thank God. Very Photoshop just opened again. Anyways. No longer currently dying. Who are you? Who is the monster you would do the Monster Mash Graveyard Smash with?
Hello, my name is Cole, and I play Wilfred. Classic. I haven't seen a lot of classic horror movies, so I feel like there's a... Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So I haven't, I don't know which ones I would like, but in terms of, concepts of the very basic classic ones, I do like vampires. I think vampires are neat. They got nice vibes to them.
So
I'll go with that.
Here's the thing
I have an
will
important
say.
distinction.
Yes.
Nosferatu, or the later on, or Dracula. Which one?
Oh. What vibe would Nosferatu?
Nosferatu is the more vicious one.
Nosferatu.
I made fun of Nosferatu so much in middle school because he looked like a beaver, and I thought
he beaver, Canadian vampire. Let's get it.
I like the Dracula style more.
Fair. Blah blah blah. I want to suck an ice cream cone. I just want to say there is an opportunity here. If CC, Snorp, and Eon all say Beetlejuice, he will appear, summon, and kill us all. Here comes Beetlejuice. He's here. Play the entirety of the Beetlejuice musical now.
No.
Hey, folks. Anyways, nothing bad ever happens. Who are you? Who would you? Why is it Beetlejuice?
Hi, I'm Cece. I play Charpay. I'm not gonna say Beetlejuice. Actually, you've been fooled. I'd say if this is allowed, it's a bit more recent, I guess. But it's Xenomorph from the movie Alien, my beloved.
I do love Xenomorph and his dingle dong head.
So true.
Okay, I can say that because the concept art was literally made to
Yeah.
I'm getting banned from Twitch. Yay! Snurp09, who are you? Who's your favorite monster of the Monster Mash?
I'm Snorp09, and I play Unknown, also known as Own. And, because I'm in the same boat as Egg of not knowing monsters, I'm just gonna say Toad from Super Mario Brothers.
This is true. Toad is the biggest monster of the century.
Thank you so much. I didn't know you were gonna go there. I appreciate it.
I tried it in a Toad voice, but I feel like I'd crash and burn immediately, and then Toad would show up at my house and kill me.
There's so many Toads at once. Oh my god. I'm going into Toad. This is hell. This is hell. Slimesicle, who are you? Oh my god. Slimesicle.
Yeah. I don't know how to do a fucking slime voice. I don't know how to do a fucking slime voice.
Do like your favorite monster. Pitch it up.
A favorite monster. Okay, let me think.
Godzilla, my favorite horror character, Godzilla.
That's my favorite.
That's my favorite. Alright, here's a monster question for you guys. Is the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater, is the monster purple or the people it eats purple?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yep.
See, I was actually... It's funny, because I was literally listening to this song, yesterday morning. And
who casually listens to one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people?
It's October. What do you expect?
I was watching a video. They made a joke about it, and I was like, "Oh, I remember liking that song," and I went to listen to it. Okay.
Okay. I have an answer.
Literally October. I think that's valid.
Yes. Kiki?
I think I have an answer. So when you Google one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater, the commas are only the commas are between one-eyed, comma, flying, comma, purple, and then people eater. There's no comma between purple and people, so it's purple people.
I asked this question because when I was younger, I participated in 2 separate Halloween art contests, both at the same school, and it was 1 year apart from one another. The first one was we had to draw the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater. I, a wonderful, creative, visionary artist, drew the one-eyed, one-horned flying purple people eater as purple, and I drew the people normal. And the teacher flunked me because I didn't draw the people as purple. So the next year, everyone else drew the purple people eater as purple. Except me. I drew him as blue. The people were purple all along, and that's how I won the second Purple People Eater contest. You're welcome. That's my history lesson for you all.
What a terrible way to flunk.
How old were you?
Cole? Like 8? I don't know.
What's wrong with your teacher?
That I
got bullied
yesterday.
by like all my teachers.
Why?
I learned yesterday while listening to the song that the person who sings it, Sheb Woolley, I think their name is apparently who is believed to be credited for the Wilhelm scream.
Wow.
Wilhelm himself.
Wow,
I'm so happy about this.
I think I knew that, actually.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I read about the Wilhelm.
Okay, and?
Don't ask why.
All right, well, that's our one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater discourse settled. I would like to say that Benny would be eaten by the one-eyed, one-horned, flying purple people eater.
No.
He is a
Stop
you-
being purple.
And do you have something to show to the class?
You fucker.
Oh yes, let's do this before we do the
You shot me
recap.
straight off my chair.
I did.
Fuck you.
I did.
All right.
You're not,
This
you're
has
supposed to be
to.
looking at other people's webcams, not mine.
Show everyone what I got for you.
You have to hold it up for a moment so the camera can focus again and not be pixelated on it.
He bought me a stupid shit.
It's a Pirate Santa hoodie.
Oh.
It'll keep you warm.
Red bubble looking
No,
at
it
So,
smells
okay.
and feels horrible.
Cole, can
If
you
you
tell?
wash it.
Cole, can you tell the audience how much you
don't think I
spent
could
on this
wash it.
Pirate Santa hoodie?
Well,
Okay,
I
how much?
spent-
What the total
I
of this
spent-
whole ordeal was?
I spent $32.33
Okay.
on the hoodie. What I ended up spending along with that in total was $96.33. I may have gotten
Shipping that
scammed. No. I may have gotten scammed from the website I bought it from.
Cole, you're $32 is too much. I gotta
You
be
need to
honest.
wear that damn ass hoodie with pride.
Okay, that hoodie
It
is
does
like
not
already
fit.
ripped.
It does not fit. I
know,
know
it's terrible.
but it still doesn't fit.
But
Cut out the Pirate Santa and put on another hoodie. Just like sew it on.
give us an abridged rundown of the story, Cole.
Okay. Well, it
Cliff's
was.
notes.
We were playing D&D one day. Me and Starp were left in a VC together, and so we started looking at AliExpress. And at
I
a
was
certain
fighting
point,
a
we thought,
monster in the other VC.
what frickin' like Pirate Santa stuff can we find on AliExpress? And I found a Pirate Santa hoodie, but it didn't accept PayPal, and I don't have a debit card yet. So I went to go look for it somewhere else, and I Googled it and found it on some website called Betting In, and I bought it there because they accepted PayPal. And then for like the next couple of days, I got charged twice for $32.
Oh.
Which put me in the red. My bank account got put into the red. PayPal then got declined when they tried to do the actual purchase, and PayPal went into the red. It took a while to get out of there.
This is just my favorite story of all time.
That's the basics. I will say that it's some Chinese company, so going through customer support to try and get my money back didn't really go well because they were just like, we didn't charge you more than once.
I did offer at one point, because I can write in Chinese, to like make a Chinese message for him, but I think by that point, it was just there was no getting through to them. It was $96 well spent.
I sent them a picture of my bank account where they charged me, and they still said, no,
not my fault.
So that is the glorious story of Pirate Santa that I think you all had to know, because last week I believe we got the update that the actual Pirate Santa had been shipped. But this is just,
by the way, for anyone who cares, it's stuck in Salt Lake City.
Let's go! The Mormons have taken it.
Get him!
You gotta drive down to Utah to get your Pirate Santa figure.
Listen, sometimes Santa becomes Mormon. Fine.
I can't wait. Mormon.
I just like those random ads I get on YouTube that are like, "Have you heard of the Book of Jehovah?" And it feels like I'm like watching. Like I'll be watching. I'm watching YouTube.
One of these days, you're gonna hear a knock at your door. You're gonna open the door. You're gonna hear, "Hello, my name is Pirate Santa, and I would like to share with you the most amazing book." That's a reference to the Mormon musical.
I'll watch YouTube at like 10 o'clock at night and flip to a video, and all of a sudden I get this like bright orange ad that is like, "Have you heard of Jehovah?" And I'm sitting there in like pajamas, exhausted because I'm an old person now. Just
Have you?
Huh?
See, okay, nothing beats the ads where it's like, "Do you guys want to learn how to mind control women?" Anyways, we're gonna gloss past that, and we're... That's all
the dating advice one.
Hello? I thought you said girl boss.
I thought you said girl boss.
I love the mind control women ads. Yes, Egg?
It's no longer in Salt Lake City. It's in North Salt Lake, Utah.
Yo, no longer Mormon. All right,
my joke is less valid then.
Let's do the recap and get into the session. We have spent 16 minutes talking about this stuff. Let's go. Okay, last session. I'm gonna do a run through. Gonna make it as quick as possible. Oh god, I don't remember what happened. So the party had gotten out of their safe house and started making their way through the desert. On their trials and tribulations, they went through many different of things around the area. I believe first they came upon the pits. They came upon a pit of Leech Behir, which were sleeping, and was also surrounded by an even bigger Leech Behir. So they decided, let's not deal with this, let's go into the sky. So they went into the sky, however, it was very loud, it woke up a lot of I was gonna say it's very loud, but Wilfred throwing a grenade and Thrux throwing a firebomb and Benny throwing down a cloud of gas was the loud part about it.
We were gonna be chased.
They got chased into the air by the giant Leech Behir, which started snapping at Triao until Wilfred got the bright idea of, I am going to make a confetti explosion. It was a good idea. This was Wilfred's good idea. So the party managed to escape the Leech Behir. They kept flying, only to be attacked by a swarm of killer birds, as we love to see. Here is Wilfred's second idea.
Well, it was more like part two. Part two.
Okay, this is part two of Wilfred's idea.
The thrilling
we're gonna put the Wilfred idea scale from, yes, the prestidigitation was good, and right now we're at idea 2. Idea 2 was turn yourself glowy and just blast off into the atmosphere. It was a good idea, except for the fact that Wilfred didn't know that the birds could also blast themselves into the atmosphere just as fast. To which they killed Wilfred real dead, and Charpay and Lelee made a bird-nado and did like the weirdest anime stuff known to man and rescued Wilfred.
I love it when the party goes anime.
I love it when the party goes anime.
Thank God for anime.
You know, thank God for anime. I believe in anime. And then they crash landed. It was bad. Everyone just sat there for a bit. It was a mess. Everyone got healed, and then they waddled on a bit and came upon the third big thing of the session. A bunch of people singing "Ring Around the Rosie."
We also met a rabbit.
You did meet a rabbit. Yep. Okay, yeah. That's your rating of Wilfred's plan for this one. He killed me.
It's a good plan.
Wilfred's plan, number 3, because these Ring Around the Rosie people had a bunch of children in them, and like people who needed to be rescued, was, I am going to go invisible, go in alone with like hundreds of enemies in the way. I'm gonna waddle out to the front of public, fly up a little bit, and start playing really loud music to try and inspire everyone out of mind control.
It had a bit more to it than that.
Did it?
It could be put
surprisingly
it could be put more eloquently.
I'm sorry, I think I saved your ass.
Subsequently, Thrux and Benny went out to save his ass. You know what? I will give Wilfred this. It was a I'll keep it here. It wasn't a bad. It
was
food.
Like a mosquito.
So thankfully, thanks to Deus Ex Machina, aka Deus Ex Thrux, Thrux appeared. They all liked Thrux. Bad things happened. Chase Thrux. It was just a whole mess. And after Thrux was like, "Yo, it was some Tom and Jerry shit in there." But after Thrux did a funny little a funny
Yell?
little cult leader moment. Yeah, a yell. Big Fox Spirit came in and was like, all right, let's shut this down. Wilfred said, no, I can't. And enacted Wilfred plan number 4. Try to fight someone with a god staff.
I didn't realize that was a separate plan. But...
This is Wilfred plan number 4. And thanks to Unknown, Wilfred plan number 4.
No.
Thanks to Unknown, Wilfred plan number 4 succeeded for a little bit. He at least tried to smack some carts onto him, but then Lelee went, oh my god, memories, they're flooding to me at once, and sprinted over right before Wilfred dropped some carts. It was a real tense moment. And yeah, then Lelee was having a dramatic moment, was like, speak to me! And the big old bomb dropped that this Fox Spirit guy was Lelee's dad. Alright, introducing Wilfred plan number 5. Grab the staff.
I had a 5th one?
Grab the staff.
Once again, I didn't think these were separate plans. Also,
They're different. They're separate acts. that honestly,
It's funny to separate them.
It's funny to
We've done
separate
it
them.
before.
Wilfred plan number 5, grab the staff, tug the staff, win tug of war with the staff. It didn't go well, but
No.
it was a good plan.
Nothing ever goes well, but that's okay.
I got stopped.
Yeah, you're right. You did get stopped. I stand by that choice.
So after Wilfred got pulled away, they rescued some children. The party thankfully got out of Dodge. Wow! And Wilfred's sad. It's a sad
The
day
events
for
of that
Wilfred.
made my camera drop down to a very low frame rate too. So
You know what? I think I'm gonna rate Wilfred as a solid thumbs up. I'm proud of him.
I
He did
forget
his best
actually.
there.
Is Digit still with us, or
Digit's
did
still
she
with you
just kind of?
guys.
Okay, yeah.
You guys
Digit's
rescued
vibing over
rescued
here.
Digit, continued through the desert, made your way to the rendezvous point at Serpent's Lake, which was an old, petrifying lake and such, where the good old rabbit and Adrian Dever came to meet you guys. There was some exposition, yada yada. You guys teleported to a giant pagoda in the middle of nowhere, which is the Outlanders base. Met the guy who has been kind of weirdly showing up and being French and mind-controlling Thrux, who is Dimitri. And, you guys are now settling in with a bunch of some fellow friends kind of inside this pagoda. There's Audie, there's Raven, there's Bremer, Thrux's parents, just a whole squad of people. And I think that's it for the recap. All right. Are we ready to begin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably.
Let us begin then.
yeah,
Hang on, I had a gushing acid reflux right as I said that.
Oh no.
Ah! You all find yourselves within the walls of the hidden pagoda. You swear you feel in your circadian rhythm that it's nighttime by now, but through the windows all you see is white, drowning out the prior blood-soaked red by bleaching it all away with so much brightness it's blinding. Even within the walls of the screen-windowed pagoda, it just feels so bright. Doug and Mia make haste towards Thrux, and Doug is stumbling as he steps, his leg is wrapped in a makeshift splint, but besides that, those two are the least, the least harmed here. Raven's stump legs are still in rough condition, with red seeping through, and visible in his bandages. Bremer's hands are shaking, with one wrapped in plaster and bandages. It looks as if it had been pulled out of its socket. Audie is covered in scratches and bruises, with fur tugged off and rough patches here and there, and an ugly black eye and scratch marks framing his good eye. The only ones that seem unharmed are Mia, Adrian, and that curious Air Genasi man sleeping soundly in the corner. Adrian shuts the door behind her and gently slips off her shoes, walking past the scene before you all and looking out through the screen door towards the yellow eye in the distance. She sighs, taking a knee on the ground and putting her head in her hands. The air is tense with devastation. The thick sense of loss is ever present. And the only hope that seems to spring up is from the two lizard folk as they both go to instantly wrap Thrux in a large, desperate, and devastated hug. Triao, from within your hand, the boy in the firebomb, presses himself against the wall, staring longingly towards the scene of hugging in the distance. There are a lot of emotions to count in the air, but for now, at least there is comfort in, well, if not being, then feeling safe. Oh, I bumped my mic.
Ambient noise.
Thrux is having a reunion right now.
Yeah,
no,
Thrux-
yeah. I have to apologize. My mind might be a little bit blank It's
Absolutely
pill
valid.
raisins. But
Absolutely
yeah, Thrux it's gonna walk over to like Doug and me.
You are actively being wrapped into a hug right now.
Hello.
Okay, you're alive. Oh thank God. Yeah, they're
He's here. He survived the apocalypse.
Thank God Hammy is alive after the apocalypse and is getting the zoomies at the perfect time. But they are just like honestly wordless after all of that, just kind of like reveling in the fact that throughout all the devastation, at least they haven't lost one more child. But yeah. They're kind of just silent right now and just wrapping you in a long, long hug before releasing and kind of just cupping your head and looking over you in different parts and such to make sure that you're not too injured.
I mean, I'm probably still a bit seared from lava, but...
seared from lava, beak marks from getting clawed apart, and, like, generally worse for wear here and there.
So I'm normal!
You're normal for Thrux, but your loving, doting parents are very much concerned at the number of bruises and scars that have seemed to have just propped up overnight, and they're immediately just going to go like, okay, you should sit down and get some rest, and I think it's probably safe here. Oh, I'm just so glad you're okay. Okay.
I will go ahead and take a seat.
Yeah, you honestly just collapse down onto the floor. And honestly,
are there seats around us?
Not so much out of pain, but to kind of out of exhaustion from the day to being today.
Are there seats around you? I can give you guys a quick description of the pagoda. The pagoda's interior. I will describe the stairs.
Chairs.
Around you,
That's my speed problem.
I will. Valid. Around you all is a deceptively simple room at a first glance. The floor is covered in bamboo weavings and Aronian rugs that are very familiar to those native to the Eros region. Everything else, however, is distinctly Shiren. There's a low table sat in the middle of the room, and it's magical in nature, with the surface of it being made entirely of water, with small lilies and lotus leaves drifting across the top like plates and decoration alike, with a small fountain within the middle of it all. On the walls are cast iron tablets. Set in the corners of the room are little miniature wisteria trees that spiral upwards and create a beautiful spiral pattern to the roof. It's only on investigation that anything would seem slightly off about the place. Each of the floorboards are removable, with noteworthy stains around their edges from their frequent removal. Some of the branches of the wisteria trees hold nooks with refined wooden hilts gently stabbed into them. In fact, daggers, knives, and blades appear tucked into every single corner. Threaded within some of the drooping vines and camouflaged inside of them are firecrackers strung up, or even bullets tucked away within the pollen receptacles of plants. The last thing that strikes you is on this first floor are the scorch marks dotting the ground, like boots skidded against the wooden ground. It's the same marks that followed you here. And on the ground, there are less so chairs, but more so small cloths kind of like stacked up on top of each other to kind of act as cushions to sit on.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm holding Cooper, right?
Yes. Also, there's a staircase going upstairs. I should note that as well.
Alright. Well, I'm kind of just gonna look down to the kid and be like, do you want to go to your parents? I don't know. It's kind of awkward.
They're just nodding, like, really solemnly and such, and they mouth a little, like, thank you to you, like a please and thank you, like a little kid would and such, when they're asking for more mac and cheese for dinner. But they have little tears in their eyes as they're saying that.
Oh, no.
You can tell they are.
Alright, I'm just gonna pop on over very slowly to the parents.
Doug is instantly going to reach out and just, like, take it, like, gently, as if it's his most prized possession in the world, because it kind of is. It's his kid. And he is just going to, like, hug it very gently and such. Mia's gonna wrap it up as well. They're both, like, I think they're both kind of sitting there whispering, like, oh, thank God, and such, and just...
Hello?
That's just the sound that Cooper's doing.
No, they're sobbing.
Stop. Anyways, they are in this touching and loving
really is
scene
touching.
where they are holding their deceased child in their hand, you know, cradling him, and stop it. Cradling their child lovingly in their arms and whispering sweet nothings to try and comfort him. That's kind of what's going on over there, isn't it, Hammy? Okay. So, what's the deal?
Oh, sorry.
Owen is probably just gonna go like stand in a corner because they used a lot of magic and now have a point of exhaustion, so they're exhausted.
Yeah.
Where is Adrian at the moment?
Adrian is sat near the window right now, kneeled next to one of the windows, and kind of just looking out at the bright yellow eye in the distance.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to her, just leaving the family to be since they're having a reunion.
Yeah. Yeah, Adrian's just kind of looking out and not necessarily paying too much attention as you approach, but as she hears the planks kind of depressed next to her, she is going to look up and just go, I'm guessing you're worrying the same thing that I am.
Yeah, where is Ellion?
Unfortunately, when this all broke out, I wasn't at the Hellbrands base, and I haven't had the opportunity to really go back yet, so I don't know what's become of my guild. And for that case, Ellion, I'm really sorry that I didn't go back immediately, but
It's alright.
it was a very pressing matter to try and round up as many people we knew we could access as quickly as possible and help.
Yeah, that's technically more important after all. It's a whole apocalypse out there.
But I can't deny that I play favorites, and I have been thinking about going back there. Ellion's smart. I trust he'd find some way to make sure that he wouldn't be affected, but then again, I can't exactly be certain on that, considering how fast the outbreak happened.
Well, let's think optimistically here.
Yeah, she's gonna just like she's gonna reach up and like pull down a little like weaved string and such and pull the blinds up over that window and such just so that it's covered up, and you guys don't have to look at the giant eye looming over you all. And she is just gonna kind of get herself up, dust off her hands, and just go, optimistically, there's a fair amount of people still alive, including you guys, which is good, all things considered, with the amount of strength you guys have collectively.
Wilfred's gonna speak up at this moment, and she'd be like, well, why don't we all go to the Hellbrands base?
I mean, that's definitely a good idea. The only problem is, you all look awful right now, and frankly, one of my tenets of getting things done is to make sure that there's no dead weight. Makes things a lot more complicated. Not to insinuate that you guys would be dead weight, I just don't want to be dragging your corpses around is all I'm saying.
I mean, I'll admit I'm somewhat partial, at the very least, of taking a break of some sort.
Well, we can get some rest and then go out there.
That's my plan as well.
Sounds.
Me.
Struxus kind of leans up over like what's going on with this. Sounds like an idea to me.
This is the most soundproof that we have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be thinking about an order of operations here and what can be done to get in safely as it can be. There's not really a way to scout out beforehand what's going on without me being present, so it's gonna be a ride or die approach.
We're experienced
We
in
can
that
do
matter.
that.
Yeah. I trust you guys are. I'm gonna think on it. Just, I guess, discuss whatever you need to discuss and rest. And she's just gonna start trudging up the stairs kind of slowly and heading up to whatever room is up there.
Wilfred will just kind of like plop down on one of the seats.
Yeah. Charpay doesn't recognize anyone in this room except for Raven, so she's probably just gonna go sit down next to Owen. She's kind of like checking through the notes that she wrote down off of what Ducky gave her. She's like, okay, making sure.
During all this time, I just want to say that Audie has gotten up from his seat where he is with Raven and has kind of walked over to, not really you guys, but more so to Digit, who is absolutely hysterical to be seeing Raven, pulls him into a hug, not Raven, Audie. And Audie is not the hugging type. Thrux, you know this well, but he just kind of like sits there and takes it as this like comparatively giant lion folk just wraps him in a big giant hug, just yep, okay, good to see you. Yeah. And is going to eventually kind of lean into that hug and just pat their back and like start scratching their mane and such, get them on the ground and just pat their head a bit and look up and just go, good to see that you guys are all alive.
We are.
It's good to see you're alive too. Still kicking it.
Yep.
Relatively speaking.
I'm happy to see that you're not points out sort like in general, you know. That.
I'm gonna guess that Tempest got separated in the mix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the other one, Ducky.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he kind of like pulls back from Digit, who has been maskless this entire time, and is gonna look at Thrux and then Doug and then Mia, who are like all the maskless, and Charpay, as everyone who is currently maskless and like he wouldn't know the reason for. He's just gonna give like a okay, interesting. And then just kind of go back to comforting Digit. Raven's just conked out, by the way. Like, he sat up for a second, kind of looked around, muttered something incoherently, and fell back asleep.
Well, this seems like a safe place for us.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean,
Safe enough.
better
I feel
place
like I
anywhere
should-
out there. That's for really, sir.
Yeah. I feel like I
Yeah.
should say that the last time we saw Tempest and Ducky and what I assume is the rest of your crew, it was hours ago. It wasn't the best circumstance at all, but they were alive. They were in a game, but they were alive.
Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't hope to hear, but fair. I'm at least glad that there's
Better
more
than dead?
Much better
I'd say
than
that-
dead,
Yeah.
to my knowledge.
Yeah, there's a reason why, by the way, I said that it's kind of quite better than dead?
Yeah. And it's good to have more hands around here, that's for sure. I was starting to get a little low on hope.
I mean, just seeing more people alive, or do we
More
need
people,
to help?
less alive, but more in their own minds.
I guess that's fair.
Well,
Should we get some rest?
Probably.
I suppose.
Please
Not a
and thank
horrible
you.
that's all I want to do. That's for sure.
Man, I don't know how much force you put behind those carts, but that kind of hurt.
I mean, I was just. I guess they were up in the air.
I get what you're trying to do, but my bones hurt, Wilfred.
I'm sorry.
Okay, Grandma, time for bed.
Whatever.
There's a sudden sound that shakes the room around you all, like air itself is shattered in some way with a sudden piercing crack. It catches nearly everyone off guard. Small sparks of fire trail out from the entrance of the room, but are quickly snuffed by the flowing air that spirals suddenly around you all. It is then
Hello?
that a man collapses down into a kneel. It's a gift man, as far as you can tell. He's dressed in a large pelt coat over top of a black Monsuki Harori hakama, covered in patterns of the moon and rabbits. His hair is dark midnight blue, tied up into a bun at the back with long strands of silver running through it. Covering his face is a large black rabbit mask decorated in golden sumei and kabuki patterning. He opens up the side of his hakama, and that familiar rabbit hops out. Is everyone good? Good.
Hello?
Hello?
Who are you?
He stands
Are you
up.
the guy from the house?
There is some blood trickling down from underneath his mask. His leg looks mangled and strained, and he's like covered in like stretch marks here and there. It's like his entire body is being held together by splints. He just starts to make his way to the stairs, looks back at his little rabbit, and just says, "Chiom, arena ni shazai, shute kotasai." To which Chiom is just gonna, "Aya, don't be snippy with me, young lady." And Chiom is gonna bobble over to the table, hop up to its brim, reach a little head over, and pluck a little lily from the surface. And then hop right over and set it down in front of Thrux and Charpay, and do a little bow of apology for being such a brat to you all earlier.
Thrux is
I
not.
appreciate it. God, Charpay, like, seeing the owner of this person now, she's gonna try to be a little nicer. She's probably gonna, like, try to give him, like, a little tiny scritch on the head.
They, like, do
Very
that
gentle.
thing that rabbits do when they're very happy with a pat, and they'll just do, like, little thumps on the ground, like the stomping type thing. Like Thumper from Bambi.
Aww.
And as you guys
think we
did
can get
kind of,
along.
as Owen asked who he was, he kind of just pauses there and just me. I'm no need to be shy with our guests. Thrux.
Damn it.
I wasn't. I'm not typically one to divulge such information. He isn't really a people person. And Thrux blasts back.
I look at Dagami and go, I don't understand it. Don't ask.
Mia,
Seems to be happening a lot.
Did you say that to Doug and Mia?
Yeah.
Doug just goes, "Don't worry, Mia was doing that earlier."
Oh.
Is it a lizard thing?
Mia's body jolts, and this time, and he just goes, "No, it's people who don't have masks on who I can get into the heads of type thing." It's a convenience, really. He's gonna point over to the air genasi sleeping in the corner of the room, because that is me.
Why don't you be in your own body?
Okay. Mia is gonna walk over, and Mia, being controlled by Dimitri, is gonna walk over and just like to the body on the ground, and it's like not even gonna flinch and such. As you see, little sleeping beauty over here is in an endless slumber, so I have to make do in other ways.
Well, sucks for me, I guess.
Well, not right now, at least.
I'm going
Oh
to be
yeah, it's
inhabiting
up for my
myself.
mom now. Thank God.
Apologies that I don't have better access to bodies at the moment. Look, I have to make
It's been a
do.
long-
If it makes you
It's a
feel
long
better,
day. I'm snipped. It's been a long day. I'm
if
snipping.
it makes you
I'm
feel
sorry.
better at any point, I can start asking permission every time I hop in.
Yeah, that would be nice, actually.
You hear in your head, do I have permission to hop in?
Sure. Fucking fine.
Anyways, as I previously introduced myself, my name is Dimitri Tamura. I am previously from the elemental plane of air, and I am one of the 2 members of the Outlanders. And this is my shy friend over here. He doesn't like to tell his name to people. Like I said, not really a people person, more of a rabbit person. And mumbling from the stairs, the other guy just goes, That, and no one can pronounce my name. He just kind of mutters before, like, shuffling over to the rest of you guys. Sokoyai and Amoto Shikai. When you're all done talking, I suggest you all rest. It may be your last real chance with relative safety. And he's gonna go upstairs.
I'm not gonna try and pronounce the name. Oh, and it's not going to.
No.
Yeah.
Sokayai and Amoto
I
Shikai.
needed it said to me very slow.
I got it.
You
I will put it in chat for you guys.
Yeah? Will I be able to pronounce it?
Sokayai.
Moto Jikai.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not gonna-
Not bad.
Sokayai and Amoto Shikai. Yeah?
There's too many letters in that for me to feel confident saying.
American, lol.
American with speech problem, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
Multiple times today.
Yeah, well,
Is Dimitri still in Thrux's body?
Dimitri's out now.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wilfred's just gonna go like, wonder what's up there.
yeah.
Thrux's body jolts again. And Thrux is gonna move over to you, Wilfred, put an arm around your shoulder.
Dimitri?
Yes, that would be me. Upstairs
Okay.
is our resting resort. We have a nice onsen spa up there. It's our own personal bedroom. We don't have a lot of beds, but hey, you'll have to make do. Because one of them is mine. I'm always sleeping. I need comfortable beds. Back at a Thrux.
Nice.
Is Thrux just like,
Yeah, Thrux is still, like, around Wilfred.
That was not
Hi.
Reclaim, that was Vertigo.
Valid.
Oh no. You said you were a member of
Am
the
my arm still around Wilfred?
yeah.
Member of the Outlanders.
is.
Who are you talking to? Sokaya or Dimitri?
Well, I guess Dimitri's back now, so I guess
Okay.
towards the yes man.
This time, instead of going at Thrux, he'll go at Mia this time to give Thrux a little break. You guys just hear Mia go, sure, and then I am indeed one of two of the Outlanders. A lot of people tend to think that the Outlanders is this big group. That's really because we can get a lot of stuff done, considering our proper talents and such. Including the fact that I can swap bodies with people at will. And the fact that Sokayai can tend to travel at speeds that are, frankly, unseen. Depends on the day, though. It really does. It's a curse thing for both of us, really. But
I see. Yeah.
we are the Outlanders, which is... Okay, a lot of people tend to think of us as the second biggest guild of all of... It's just two guys. But we do a really good job at keeping that charade up.
I see.
Considering
Because
the entirety of the country is currently under attack, well, I guess we can be open to more suggestions now and open to new members and such, considering that we are probably the last stand against one in the Guild of Ethala, so that's what we are going to have to work with.
Yeah, I asked because I've heard of the Outlands before, that might be a separate thing. Are you at all familiar with a man named TL Knives?
TL Knives. I have not personally heard the name, but I think I have heard Sokai mention something similar about the Outlands before. It's where we got the names, you see.
I see.
A lot of Githezare came from that land, or something around the land of Limbo and such. In between life and death is where they lived, and the Outlands typically bridged into that with the death zones and such like that. It's a whole story. I'm sure there is more reason. I am just from the elemental plane of air. It's all floaty up there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see. Yeah, because, well, I was hoping that I don't believe that we're fortunate enough to get the dragons back, are we? Because we've been to the Outlands. It was nice.
Well, we have both tried to open up portals out of here into other realms. It seems as if we are all completely fortified into this giant seal bubble, basically trapping us in a, what do you call them? Snow globe. With no snow.
Yeah.
Just a giant eye
Yeah.
in the middle of nowhere.
Sand.
It seems like that. Oh well.
So, unfortunately, it seems that it is going to be just us.
Yeah, well, I'm glad that you're
Terrific.
Yes. Well, I will vacate your mother. And
Oh, thank you very much.
The opposite of a your mom joke.
Random question: is Thrux arm still over Wilfred?
I mean, I don't know if that's.
I imagine that I'm now sitting next to Wilfred, but not armed. Not like.
Oh my god, green.
Is
Green?
Whispering for anyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
green screen.
Green? Green?
Green?
Green?
Green?
Green?
Green?
Green?
Green?
I gotta take
Green?
Haley out to the washroom. I'll figure out green afterwards.
Okay.
Roleplay amongst yourselves.
Green can win.
You've heard of red and Wolvenshire. Now get
Yeah.
ready for green.
I would say that Thrux is probably just now sitting next to Wilfred, not arm over. If that matters to you, Owen.
Oh no, I was just curious, more actually from my own perspective than Thrux, or than Owen.
Okay.
Wilfred probably just looks kind of tired right now. Probably like in his own head, like zoned out, looking around the place, kind of taking in everything.
Yeah, but you know what I am gonna do? So I look at Wilfred.
I am gonna be a nuisance.
That's weird, right? Like, what's going on? It's weird to right.
What part?
When it's not me talking on my own voice, my own face.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not normal.
It's weird.
It is. Lelee's gonna show you, just be like, well, if it makes you feel any better, I can't really tell it's not you. You just kind of look like a big mess of green and kind of red and then like black, because I think that's your clothes.
Well, everyone sees me as me. It's not a matter of people not seeing me as me. It's not hearing me as me.
Oh no!
The stream messed up. And for a second, my planning doc was visible, so.
Oh, I don't think any of us saw that.
Yeah, I don't have the stream open because.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think I fixed it. We'll
I
have to
was
see.
just opening the stream, but before I could see any spoilers, an ad loaded. So don't
right.
worry.
Hang on. Am I
I'm
back?
gonna
I'm no
go
longer
first.
green.
You're no longer green.
No
Okay.
longer green.
No longer
No
green.
green, no green.
Let me quickly
No
fix the
green.
stream, guys. Sorry about that, gamers.
It's
Oh
okay.
god damn it!
You're
I
good,
opened
gamers.
Photoshop
Disappearing
again.
10 seconds, so I have no idea what happened.
It's okay, gamer. You're okay,
Photoshop opened again.
gamer.
I...
It wants to be a part of the party.
Okay. Discord. All right. Hi, we're back. I think I might have to recombobulate the other streams or the other slides, but continue roleplay.
Yeah, I mean, it's just you. If it makes you feel any better, it doesn't look weird. It definitely sounds weird because you're not. You don't have that kind of accent. I almost said French, but France doesn't exist in here, so.
The equivalent would be Iranian, or not Iranian, but Oran.
Yeah, you're not Oran, so that's different. Because I'm pretty sure you're a lizard. You're a lizard folk, right? Like I'm not getting that wrong, right? I'm using context clues and the fact that you feel scaly. The few times that I've held your give you a high five. You're a lizard, right? I'm trying to make sure to confirm for myself.
Thrux looks at Lelee. So you've known me for not the longest, but a little bit of time. You're just now checking to. Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, the only reason I know. Okay, I felt like it would be a little awkward because we met on the train and we were almost gonna die. So after a few weeks, it was like, should I ask? No, it's fine. But I know everybody else because I've seen them before, and then curse got worse, and I forgot to ask. You're a lizard folk? Please. I need to make sure. We have had a day. We have had a day and a half. Please just answer this one question for me.
Yes, I am a lizard folk. Looks over at. It says, I think own as robot.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. I've bitten into their wires before. I don't think lizards have different organs though. So if I ever bit you, I don't think I could tell.
You bit into their wires?
You weren't there for that!
No.
Okay, well, funny story. Owen has blood. And I was privy to this when I tore part of their arm off and drank some of it.
May I ask why?
I don't actually know why. I think I was just hungry.
Doug looks up and goes, "Wait, the robot has blood?"
Whoa!
The robot. Okay.
Apparently. Ducky did inform me that they have a heart in there as well, so I guess that makes sense that I'm...
Yes.
Doug, a robotics engineer, is just gonna go...
He's very interesting.
We're talking about you right now.
They're very interesting.
Wilfred doesn't say that, though.
Yeah. I mean, to be completely honest, if it makes you feel any better, I don't ever want to do that again, because not only was it, like, a violation of trust and also like mean. Oh, and I'm so sorry, but it didn't taste very good. It was like biting into a
I'm sorry that I didn't
biting into a raw fish.
Good, I guess.
I'm trying to like make you feel better about the fact that I tore into your arm. I still need to like do something to apologize more for that because I feel kind of bad.
Am I right in assuming it was just a little vampire moment? You got hungry? Not any malice, right? Okay. Just gotta check sometimes. Well,
I mean, I don't
now you don't have to do it again.
Or that you can do it again if you want, but get permission first.
Okay. In the case of if Owen agrees and if it's for something like if we need to do investigation, sure.
I mean,
I don't know.
What else is there to investigate?
Thrux unhelpfully took you the thumbs up.
I will say,
I can't see that. You're just holding your hand out at me.
I will say in the background and such, people are kind of getting like packed up and heading upstairs. And such, like all the other like kind of non-PC characters are just kind of heading up to the next floor and such to get settled and letting you guys have your discussions as needed.
This is not the discussion I thought we'd have at during the session, but it's the one that I prefer.
There are a lot of very pertinent discussions to have, and I love that this is the direction.
Something.
Yeah.
No, but consensus is the robot has blood, it was an accident, and I now know that Thrux is a lizard. So
happy to confirm that after a few weeks.
All good things to know.
It's been a little longer than 2 weeks.
Yeah, I don't have to know in game, but
fair enough.
This is the Slimesicle. This is like, I love how this is the conversation we ended up going with.
We gotta decompress somehow,
There is
man.
a ton of stuff to unpack.
We can get serious later, but I feel like we should ease into it because I don't want to like immediately start the session with like.
Yeah. I forgot. Yeah.
I didn't forget. I went. Oh, I'm not feeling the best. I'll let other people take the point.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
The euphoria of getting into a safe spot.
Anyway, I imagine at this point, Thrux is gonna get ready to head up as well.
Yeah.
I guess Odin wants to say to
bedtime.
Wilfred real fast. Can you, in the future, let me know when you're gonna need my help at the very least?
I don't know. It was very impulsive. I mean, you guys didn't seem ready to, or you guys didn't seem willing to jump in, so I kind of just jumped in myself.
I mean,
Okay, I halt from my process going up.
I mean, I can understand some frustration with that, but in the future, I would really like it if I could, if there could be a little more communication.
Well, then, let's do it together, you know? Let's stop running away from these situations. I will gladly fight by your side, all of you.
I mean, I guess it depends. I wasn't thinking of it as running away.
Yeah,
Look,
it's more of a dangerous situation and a head-on than more of a we gotta help instantly or else we might get mauled.
Look, I just didn't want to let them die.
I can understand.
Did you think we were going to let them die?
I think they're dead.
You mean the people in the cart?
Yes.
Correct. Maybe. We honestly don't know what's going on. There is a good... I'm not going to deny that is honestly where I take my mind. However, with that plan, if we didn't have a special little event, if we didn't have what happened, which is... none of us could have actually calculated that in. What would you have done? That would have just been best case scenario. We had the best case scenario. There's a good chance that could end up with just another body in the pile.
We had an impossible scenario right there.
Yeah.
It escalated way too far, and the only reason we survived is... We don't need to talk about why we survived. It's not important. But just communicate. I'm always up for impulsive decisions. You just gotta tell us when it happens.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm glad you're alive.
Yeah.
That's all I can ask for.
Honestly, Wilfred, if it was that important, if I had realized that it was that important to you, I would have fought there. You just went before telling me that that's what your plan was.
And I will tell you guys, I can't force you guys to do anything, but I truly believe that we might be the only people capable of saving those lives. And I'm tired of saying I can't.
Alright, then we'll do it together. As a family. Even if I feel like we might get absolutely wrecked, I'll stand behind you, and I'll support whatever you decide to do.
Yeah.
But, because that's what family does, and we're here for each other, and we tell each other when we're going to make reckless decisions.
Then let's do it together.
But also, can I be completely honest, Wilfred? That was really cool. You did really good, and I'm so proud that you are taking action instead of whatever you used to do. And I'm glad we're still a group, and I'm proud of you.
Not dead yet.
Not dead yet. Let's keep it that way, okay? We can stay half dead buddies, and then we don't have to worry about what comes after. All right.
Well, I think what I'm deciding is that no matter what faces us, no matter what we have to do, I'm gonna die trying. And I'm gonna do it with all of you.
Well, then I'm right beside you.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, stopping the literal apocalypse, saving those people, that is what we are going to do. We are going to do that somehow. I don't want to make it sound like we are avoiding that responsibility, but I do believe that just going after every fox spirit we see, especially one as powerful as the one with the staff was, I don't think that is going to be very efficient. I think we need to go to the top, and that's one.
And I know we'll get there. I want to be able to save as many people as we can.
And
that's right.
I think all of us here want to do the same thing.
Yeah, we got those kids out of there. They ran to the winds as soon as everything started to pick up. We got Digit out.
Yeah.
We did something.
It's important to remember. We can't rely on miracles.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, Wilfred, you're a person too. We're protecting you too.
I know, but look. Once again, if it takes me fighting to save the lives of hundreds, then I think that's worth it.
Okay. I
I can't really argue with that.
Yeah.
That's fair. However, I have to throw in my personal cynical perspective of what happened to the people who we didn't save when the people who are in charge get angry.
You mean? What do you mean by that?
What will happen in retaliation? We have to think about all of the factors.
Well, we could push back harder. I mean, look, what could be worse than them killing them?
I can probably think of things that are worse.
As long as they're alive, I think there's a way we can save.
I think.
Yeah, I think another important thing to consider here is what one presumably is doing with those people, because there's no point in taking control of that many people if there isn't a purpose, if there isn't an army being built. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think that would necessarily be thrown away just because they got a little upset over what we're doing, but at the same time, we don't know what they're doing, and I think that's important for us to figure out before we go throwing ourselves at.
I just have a feeling that one really doesn't like us.
I'd hope not.
One thing.
I really would hope not.
That's the one thing we can take for. Hold on.
Knock on wood.
Yo.
We just quickly went and.
The thing that I'm just trying to say is I'm laundry for anyone who in this group who needs it, but I do need just communication before they do it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's all I need. Even if what you want, Wilfred, is to run into a battlefield and get killed, I will help you do that. Because I'm here to support you. But
I think that could have been worded a bit better, but I get your point.
I get the sentiment, but okay.
Here's the thing. I understand your guts, kid. You want to save people. But sometimes you gotta know when to be self-preserved. You don't want to die and then have millions of other people die because you yourself couldn't keep yourself alive to continue to fight.
I mean, I've lived this long.
Fair enough.
That is a very good point, I think. You said we are probably one of the we're part of the very small group of people in Wolvenshire right now who stand any sort of chance against what's going on. And I think that we should not waste that chance. That's all I'm saying.
So, yes. And Wilfred's gonna kind of get he's gonna physically look a little awkward, just be like, he's gonna stick his hand out and be like, team?
Aww. Yeah, I'll stick the hand in.
Is everyone putting their hand in?
Yeah.
You know what? Tria's reluctantly gonna put it in. It's like, you know what? Fine.
Aww.
Hazel, who is also here, is gonna nudge Triao on the side with the hesitation, and then put his hand in as well.
Okay.
All right.
What are we chanting? What are we doing?
Are we saying anything?
Yeah. What? Come on! You can't do this and not have anything else in there.
Go team.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. That's so basic.
We can. Okay.
What do we agree on?
What do we agree on?
Everybody say what feels right.
Let's
do
it. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
To heroes?
To heroes. You know what? To saving at least a few thousand.
We already took our arms out of the circle.
We can put them back in.
Okay.
No, it's fine.
Sorry.
Boy,
Back and forth.
I think we should all get some rest.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, I'm definitely down for that.
I think Wilfred's gonna start heading up.
All right. You begin to stomp your guys' ways one by one upstairs and such. Upstairs, there is a sleeping room. Like that's the entire room. There's a bunch of people. Since you guys came up last, almost everyone has claimed most of the beds to themselves.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not a loss for own.
Yeah, but a lot of people have just decided to take the beds, and there are like 2 left that are open for you guys.
I'm gonna quickly go grab more water.
Valid.
I have a bedroll.
I have a
true.
bedroll.
There is also there's a small onsen bath in the room as well that's like nice and steamy in there. Adrian's in it. She's awake.
Yeah.
And she's just like laying back, and it just goes like, "Was that you guys nerd chanting down there?"
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
You gotta have
It's the
spirit. Come on.
apocalypse. We've earned it.
Yeah, we earned it. We
get to nerd chant a little bit.
You guys are allowed to nerd. Yeah, hell yeah. Nerd chant more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe not.
On the walls there are like old antique firearms and crossbows and the like. There's like a minimal assortment of like drawers and little places to stash like stuff. There's like some like brushes and whatever to get yourself ready for bed. But yeah, there's definitely not enough like bed space for everyone.
I mean, are there like rafters in the room? Like just
not really.
Ceiling beams?
Yeah, there's ceiling beams. You can go on the
All right.
ceiling.
I'm gonna leave my bedroll down here so somebody else can use it, and I'll just climb up and hook my legs around a beam.
All right, yeah. You're just gonna go right up there, and
Are you going bad, or are you just up there?
No, just hanging around.
So
Hanging.
Lelee,
Normal
as
people.
you like climb up the wall and onto the rafter, and the second like you crawl up there and probably like get up on top of it just to like make sure it's a nice sturdy beam, you just like see the Sokayai up there with you and just goes, "Are you also a beam sleeper?"
Yeah, I feel like it's a better way to sleep. I like being upside down.
I just like having the high ground. In case people break in.
Fair.
Kiki?
No, God, she's asleep.
Dead!
Timing, you know.
So yeah, Sokayai is just like gonna awkwardly like shuffle like to the other side of the beam and just like koala hug it. That's how he sleeps.
Yeah.
Can I also come up on the beam?
Do you want to go up on the beam?
Yeah, I've got a whole new body, man. Who knows what's gonna happen?
How are you getting onto this
Where does she
beam?
go?
I guess gonna. Oh wait, I think I still have a Misty step.
Yeah.
Hello,
Full
Cole.
radical.
I'm trying to get myself in focus.
Alright.
We all died
yeah,
for a second there.
So yeah, Charpay, how are you getting up on this beam? Misty step?
She still has a Misty step, I'm pretty sure, so she's just gonna.
So up on the beam, on the goddamn rafters of the room, Lelee, Charpay, and Sokayai are sleeping up there.
Yeah, what I want to do, before my Discord decided to wig out, she's gonna like wiggle, like mess with her back look a little bit, just like show, just like it's like that sometimes.
He actually, I said that he was gonna koala wrap around it. No, Sokayai just sits, and that's how he sleeps.
Good for him.
His eyes are open actively.
Never mind, go away.
And yeah, Charpay, you just kind of get yourself up here as well. And how are you sleeping in the goddamn rafters?
Yeah, I mean she's thinking about like Lelee isn't doing the bad thing, but she's thinking about the bad thing. So she's probably gonna like stay right close to Lelee just so it's okay. I can chill over there. She's probably just gonna like hang on her legs and just bat.
Sharpay, since you are not a bat person, I'm gonna have you roll ambient the acrobatics for the night.
Fair enough.
I played it at night. You just hear a thump.
We have a whole new body. We gotta figure out what I can do with it. Well, I'm good at acrobatics now, but I don't know if that's good enough.
Now, question mark?
Yeah, I got proficiency. That is a 15.
Okay. So I'm gonna say that for the first part of the night, you just hang up there and somehow fall asleep. I am gonna make you roll a second one for the latter half of the night when you enter that deep REM sleep.
Fall. Bump.
Oh, that's better. That's 18.
No.
So Charpay somehow manages to sleep upside down all night. Somehow.
Somehow.
Not gonna
Power of
question it.
Hexblood.
Nobody has to question it. Just acrobatics swinging up there, like every so often, instead of tossing and turning, just rocking back and forth like a gosh dang monkey on a swing.
It's like a hammock without the hammock.
I guess so. you somehow sleep there. Well, I mean, I guess since it's going into the late night, midnight hours, the question come out. Unknown? Vision? Also, what is Thrux's stats?
Yeah, that's the more important one.
Wow, bold. Reminder, Own almost fireballed all of you guys, after the last one. So you couldn't be saying.
Okay.
Honestly, Wilfred's probably forgotten about Owen's vision happening and just like conked out.
Owen is our only source of news.
So I rolled for you, Thrux. That is going to be strength is the first one, and the other one is intelligence.
You know what? In this situation, I'm actually gonna do a low strength.
Low strength? All right, cool. Low strength.
Yay.
Smart Thrux, let's get it.
Big brain!
Yeah!
I'm
You
In the middle of the night, Thrux's brain goes 5 sizes.
Holy shit.
Mega mind.
No.
Alright, so is anyone joining Owen for the visions tonight?
I mean,
No.
if I
Okay, no,
meditate, does it only like require 4 hours so I can just
you can come hop
schmack.
down and schmack.
Okay, I think for Triao, they kind of want to join the tub for the first half and then go to sleep.
Oh hell yeah, you can absolutely come join the tub.
Water.
2 bros chilling in the hot tub.
But
But I think we're gonna first do Owen's visions. So, Lelee, you drop down, probably look up just to see Charpay somehow hanging up there fully asleep.
What's up with that? Okay. Anyways,
Are you gonna just waddle over to Owen and smack?
I'm gonna walk over.
I'd say that Owen is like starting to kind of zone out a little bit into that mode.
Yeah. I'll just walk over and just like, so everybody else is asleep, so just so you're not alone in this. And she's gonna smack a hand on their back.
It takes like a good solid 5 minutes, so you're just kind of like...
So, how's it hanging? Going, not Charpay.
I assume Owen can't respond in this state.
Oh, you can, but you're like kind of like loopy in a sense.
What? Where? What? Is that a bird?
But I don't know what you're on right now, but that's Charpay. And that guy over there is the guy with the rabbit. So, and neither of them are birds now. Sorry, unless you're talking about Wilfred. He's not on the rafters though. He's on the ground. I don't know what you're looking at, bud.
You hear from like Bremer's sleeping place. Oh my god! Shut up.
Never mind. Okay.
Yeah, just like. Audie is gonna whisper to Bremer, "I'm a rabbit folk. I can hear 4 times better than you."
I'm so sorry. I forgot other people need more sleep.
They both curl into their covers.
Oh yeah, she's gonna stop talking.
So for a very awkward 5-minute silence, you're just like, honestly, from the bath, from the spa, like probably Triao and Adrian are just like,
What the fuck?
what's going on?
Oh no. I mean, it's nighttime. Some shit happens down here. It's okay. And they just gonna lean back.
Yeah. I'm just still gonna think about the plan. She's also gonna lean back. And it's then that Owen finally slumps a bit, and Lelee also just onto the floor.
I just point like that's what happens. Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so that's normal.
Yeah. It's
from,
kind of fucked up what actually happens, but it's not my fault.
Shut up.
Sorry.
This is what happens when everyone is stuffed into a big room for an awful sleepover. All right.
By the way, we'll quickly ask you, do we know where Thrux is sleeping? Because I was out getting water.
Where is Thrux sleeping, actually? You can decide.
Well, I mean, we have, like, 2 extra beds, but 2 bed... Well, I'm using 1 bedroll.
Honestly, considering the day, I actually would say that for right now, Thrux is just kind of leaning against the wall, thinking, and then we'll fall asleep in a bit.
In the wall?
Brooding. Leaning against the wall, not in the wall. I'm not no-clipping.
I want you to roll goddamn acrobatics, sir, for sleeping against the wall.
I'm not sleeping, I'm leaning! I said I'm gonna fall asleep later.
Okay, so for now you're just a cool guy leaning, watching as Owen and Lelee go off into divisions.
I wanna mention, I purposefully made Charpay go up there so that Honey can get a bed.
Let's go.
Honey absolutely does have a bed. Alright.
Good, but now there's one less best bed for you.
Owen, as the world begins to shift around you, you and Lelee begin to enter the visions. As the scene begins to morph and stretch itself out and around you, cavernous walls reinforced in stone supports and bamboo walling are all covered in trinkets and decorations that kind of just begin to swarm out around you. Upon the walls, in small divots, you see old rustic blue glass bottles filled with everything from chemicals to pure magic to the scales of dragon and the spit of spiders. There's a long wall of spell scrolls and records, and the table with a lone fox mask sitting patiently. You recognize this place rather quickly. It was only a few days ago that you were here in the research room of the Hellbrands base, where the scientists had promised to begin their work. I will let you guys discuss just very quickly before this.
Alright, this is a little more than ominous.
You are both spectators to this scene, by the way.
Okay.
This is the base, isn't it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe... I don't know. This is
maybe this is a good vision. Honestly. That's like, yeah, they're okay. I don't like the fact that it's like there's nobody here, because usually in a lab there are a bunch of scientists like really not sleeping.
Lelee, you are just blind, because sitting at a desk is Snev the Kobold, Ellion, and the small, tiny frame of Paul, all making their way through the long list of records on parchment. Most of them are burnt up and engulfed in damages and faded ink, and there's little discussion between them all at first, just the quiet scrawling of dip pens on old parchment and the occasional sip from a, frankly, too large jug of coffee. That is until Ellion squints at the paper he's reading, and I'm just gonna get a prop for noise purposes, and is gonna quickly, turn it around to his companions. Here, take a look at this. Snev is very quick to snatch it up with Paul perched on his shoulder, and the two of them take the time to read through the document together. Huh. Yeah, Ellion says, reaching over to another pile of documents to his left, which he just, puts, well, he can't because he doesn't have an arm there, that he just gestures to with his stump arm. You said that this pile was dated, they're the oldest copies Veldrin could access. Everything before then he couldn't seem to get his hands on. Probably because of Kursk, Genesis. My thoughts exactly. But you see what I'm, seeing, right? I've gone through all the art and the records, all known discoveries of magic that we still have. What's not adding up to me is, why is Charlie Abel the first recorded person to ever notice the sun?
I believe the first religious festival cultivated was the Festival of the Sun. It's normally celebrated in,
Yashendale. Threadwire has the biggest celebrations for it. I know this because it's the whole origin of my friends. But it's celebrated everywhere. Paul, Snev, do you, know when the first instances of the festival occurred? Snev just starts drumming his fingers on the counter, clearly deep in thought as Ellion begins flipping through a pile of art on the table, tapping his foot on the ground. And Paul quickly peeps up.
425.
Okay, that's a year after Abel's depiction. That really is the first record. His leg starts bobbing up and down, less in contemplation, now more in anxiety. Veldrin, I gotta talk to Veldrin about this. There's something I just need to confirm this to make sure that it's not just a weird sense of coincidence, because honestly nothing feels like coincidence anymore. And he stands up with the start and begins rushing his way to the stairs and out of the building. And the rest of the researchers kind of remain silent as Zrevrod and Weber look up from their own seats, looking over the fox masks at their table. It is then that the entire room glows yellow, a bright nuclear color that radiates from all the torches in the room, flashing a blinding color as the loud, deafening storm siren cries of the alarm begins to blare through the room. All at once, the eyes of the researchers just start glowing a light in magic, trying to detect the cause of the sudden noise with detect magic. Ellion, up the stairs, his arm is hovering so devastatingly close to the handle, recoils like fire as he takes a step back from the door. As pandemonium erupts inside the room, screaming rips out, everyone's gripping their heads and quickly deactivating their detect magic spells, but Ellion's curse is constant detecting of magic, so he can't turn it off. He rips out a piercing scream, felling back and down the stairs and clutching his head in his hand and squeezing his eyes shut so tightly you can see tears streaming down his face. Snev and Weber are very quick to kneel by his side, comforting him and slowly getting him to his feet as Revrod takes charge back towards the door, stopping in his tracks as he sees the red mist beginning to trail through the bottom of the door. The next few moments fly past quicker than you can begin to process. With the flashing lights and alarms blaring, it drills deep into your minds. The casting of spells and force fields erupts through the room as the men tear the spell scrolls from the wall, sealing every single crack, every possible way a sliver of gas can get in. And all while Ellion's screams just echo through the room. And outside, the trousel of children's tunes begins to rise. By the time the place is barricaded, even as an observer, you can feel how suffocating the room is. With this many people, the room feels so tight, like a coffin. And as the alarm dies down, the room goes entirely dark, with only strained breathing remaining. And, you kind of just see all of the scientists and such just kind of standing there in complete disbelief as to whatever is happening right now, as they all kind of take 10 at one another. And you guys just kind of see as Weber looks up and just goes,
"How much time would you guys wager we have?"
Snev takes a few steps back to the far back of the room. Following suit, Krevrod does the same with the other. They both hold out their thumbs, closing their eyes one at a time.
What's 22.5 times 10 divided by 2? 122.5.
Length is roughly 98.
Carbon dioxide is more dangerous factor at play here, guys. Okay, the height is 110.25. We should have a volume of 330.75 cubic feet. Inhaled carbon dioxide is roughly 0.04. Exhaled is 4%. If one person breathes 6 liters per minute, what would that be?
300 cubic feet per day.
Oh, God. I don't think that Paul is a reasonable factor here for size, so that's 1,200 cubic feet for all of us. Multiply that by 4. Oh, God. Our danger level is 3 parts carbon dioxide. Volume number, give that to me again.
330.75.
Times 3, 9.9 cubic feet of carbon dioxide is deadly.
9.9 divided by 48. We only have 2 hours left of air. The scene changes so rapidly that your head starts to spin. Heat. It's so hot. You're overheating, just burning. I'll give you a second to discuss what just happened, but heat starts to fill the vision around you guys.
Okay, I want to just immediately gonna say, I don't know if that vision was true, but we have to go to the Hellbrands base like right away, right?
I mean, okay. Numbers.
If the next one isn't true, then we know that the first one is true. So that means that they're alive. They're fine. Well, not fine. They're not fine. They're alive.
I think even if even if we can't determine the whether or not this next vision is true, we need to go. We need to hurry. We need to set out right away.
Okay. Number 1 priority is Hellbrands base. We both agree on that.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And you feel your head is spinning, and there's just heat. So hot that you're overheating. You're just burning within the depths of Von Pharaoh's very core. Your entire body has been submerged in water boiling so hot it paradoxically can't even turn into steam. And above you, Own, solid flaming blue eyes bare into your very soul as dripping lava pours out from them, scalding your... No, it's not flesh, your plating, as Thrux pins you to the ground, sword dripping with flames searing all too close to your neck.
Own. I trusted you, Own. Why did you do this? I didn't ask for this. I trusted you. I gave you my all. I gave you the best that I could. And yet here you are. You ruined everything. You've hurt everyone. You were supposed to be on our team. Why did you do this? I didn't think you'd actually be Genesis. What the hell? Oh, why did you do this? I thought you were on my team, Owen.
Owen, it's gonna say, what?
Don't Quest. You know very goddamn well what you've done. You know what you've done. You can't hide from what you've done.
Can I look around at all?
There's just flames.
Owen is gonna say, I don't understand. I really don't genuinely understand.
I think you do. I know you do. Why are you playing games right now? This isn't fun. This isn't cool. Why did you do this?
Oh, it just says, I don't know why I did it.
I trusted you.
Oh, and it's gonna say, I'm gonna assume that I let that down somehow. I'm sorry.
Oh, you did let that down. Oh, you let it down a good amount, You know what you've done.
Just kind of, it's gonna be silent at that point.
You backstabber.
And Thrux is going to slam the sword down against your neck. And it is then that you wake up.
Owen is gonna say, okay, okay.
Where Thrux is just leaning against the wall coolly.
Alright. That was... I saw that, right? Just confirming?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. That was something.
Okay, I'm very, very disturbed by that second visit. But
okay, well, considering, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I trust you. I'd love to believe that the second was wrong, was false.
Oh, and it's just gonna say, yeah, I hope so. Owen it cannot fake out of their head, just like to give in details on where Owen is right now. It's the vision of the fireball, or like the fireball from the last vision. Owen cannot get that out of their head right now. They're gonna say, yeah, I hope you can. Yeah, you can trust me.
Yeah, hey, buddy, it's okay. Do you need to take a break, a breather? You don't. Do you need to take a moment to decompress?
Thrux against the wall. Looks around and says, "Oh, damn it! I missed the Vitson."
You did. Yeah. But I feel like that was a good thing. And I know that sounds really mean, but.
But this is my thing. This is what I do.
Well, you fell asleep. Or no, you didn't.
I didn't fall asleep. I zoned out. There's a difference.
I fell on the floor. Lelee is still on the floor. She hasn't gotten up, and she's from the floor. She's like, I fell on the. You didn't hear me fall.
Adrian is gonna look up, and I just want to say, I'm gonna quickly go back to in the hot tub, where Adrian is gonna look over to Triao and just goes, "So is this is a vision?" Yeah, okay. So that explains why Owen looks like that when I see him. Okay. So it's a vision curse. My curse. I see people as their curses.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me. Yeah.
Of course.
What do you see though? Yes, question.
It's strange. Just murky clouds and fire. A lot of fire. Anyways, I have a few Hellbrands and such that tend to get weird visions and such, and it's kind of tradition for us all to play a little game called Guess What's in the Vision. What are you betting on?
I've been in one before. It wasn't that fucked up, but
okay.
Considering the circumstances, I would assume death. A little murder.
Okay.
Not sure who do you bet on?
He's gonna look up and point over at Thrux. That guy.
That guy? Are you sure?
Gut instinct.
What about me?
I mean,
Sorry.
he is in our vision. You know, he's right in front of us. You know,
They're betting on the fact that you're a murderer. And the vision, of course.
That you're murdered in the vision.
Oh, murdered. Okay, never mind.
This is before they're done their vision, by the way. Yeah, Adrian's just gonna go, we're betting on if you're gonna get murdered in their vision.
Oh. Well, I don't have any money, but yeah, I'd take that bet.
Yeah.
People die in owns
I
Vincent's.
bet
No,
you guys could all be quiet.
I bet I can't be quiet.
A bunch of people. Honestly, that's probably gonna wake a few people up.
Fuck yeah. Triao just goes like, what the fuck are you doing?
Charpay's a heavy sleeper.
Not
but she's probably
feeling
just,
good is what I'm
really
doing.
violently.
Does Wilfred just do like the little eyes open and then eyes closed thing?
Yeah, he kind of just like lifts his head up, looks around, just goes back down.
Fuck it, I'm adding in character. Thrux is going through a bit of vertigo.
No! Lay down!
Thrux has vertigo. No.
No! It's his curse. It's changing him.
Minimax vertigo.
Oh, he's too smart. He can see too many things.
He sees all the timelines. But yeah, Adrian will just go, alright, that's our bet. Flash forward to now. Adrian is gonna look up at the two who just got into the vision and just go, did the lizard die in it?
No. The lizard was the person who killed somebody.
Ah, yeah, man.
Thrux immediately stands tall. Okay. Explain.
Alright, buddy. Lily's gonna get up off the floor with an apologetic glance over to the Bremer and Audie, and they're just...
Audie is just gonna like push himself up and just goes, take it downstairs.
Fine.
Alright, fair enough. Do you want me to close the staircase, or are we good there? Okay.
You guys all like stomp downstairs.
If there's any way that I can close a hatch to the staircase,
there is a hatch. You can close it.
Okay. All right. So you killed Owen.
Owen? I'm sorry.
You did.
You did.
But like in the vision, and I hate to say it, it seemed justified. And I feel really bad for saying that.
Yeah, that's the big fear, isn't it?
Yeah. Are you comfortable explaining it? Because if not, I can explain it. I want to make sure you're okay.
I can explain at least my perception of it, which is that, Thrux, you were telling me that I betrayed everyone. There was fire around. My interpretation is that somehow I hurt the group and you were taking vengeance against me.
Yeah, that about sums it up.
Well, are you gonna betray the group?
I mean, that is not my intention.
That's the million-dollar question.
On it.
I think within good conscience, you wouldn't. But this party has a history of mind control, so...
I honestly... Owen, you told me about your visions. Perhaps we should, and I mean no great offense, let people know to be just a little bit more wary.
Yeah, I was gonna say, we should probably
keep
a closer eye on me, I guess.
It's okay with me.
Thrux is trying to lighten the mood. Look, my arms are flabby now.
Did you just lose muscle mass overnight? Is that how I forget how your curse works?
Yeah,
I don't think you ever told me either. That's okay. You don't need to. But
you muted Meg.
Thrux?
Oh, his mic came unplugged.
No.
Thrux, you're talking, but there's no sound coming out. Are you okay?
Is this a new curse?
Okay. Sorry. Say that again.
My curse. It's a difficult.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I'll just.
It's a. Let
me put it this way. You know how I said it depends on the day? That became like part of my catchphrase. Yeah, just because of that, it literally depends on the. Yeah.
Oh, so it's like owned. So it like okay, I get it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. On a brighter note, not brighter, but it's like
more urgent note.
Yeah.
Ellion may be in a room suffocating to death right now, and we should probably.
I wouldn't say right now because that was right as the whole eye thing happened, and that was 2 hours.
From above, I want to say that Adrian is like listening in, kind of while in the soak with Triao, and is just gonna go. What are they talking about down there?
I don't know. I'm trying to listen in as well, but all here is
Audie, half asleep and such, with his rabbit ears kind of twitch, and he just goes, "Some alien suffocating in a room."
What?
Okay, so
you can't drop that on us.
So like drugs, I wouldn't consider it like right now because that was like 2 hours after. Well, okay. So basically, it was like
dead already.
No. We want best case scenario. Okay,
we're gonna
be
Up
optimistic.
at the top, Audie is just gonna go. The robot just said that they're probably dead already.
Trio kind of stumbles. I was like, "What the fuck?"
Adrian also stands up and is just gonna like head over to the trapdoor and like throw it open.
Owen, you're being very rude about Ellion and the other scientist's ability to survive because that man has been through so much and somehow he's still kicking.
Triao, are you like also stomping down with Adrian? You guys watch as presumably just both of them bare ass naked walk right down.
It is important matters.
I mean, I feel like it does. Well, we're family.
As
Found
there's just,
family.
like, water dripping all over the place, as Adrian just goes, "Hang on, Rabbit just told us you're discussing my brother being dead."
No.
Let me get a towel.
Okay.
Real quick. She heads
back like, "Oh yeah, me too."
They both go upstairs and grab towels and come back down.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, I can't say anything. But
Anyway.
basically,
The floor's wet now.
Explain.
Owen's vision depicted, the Hellbrands base, scientists, like right as the eye thing happened, and they trapped themselves in a room, sealed all of the like entrances, so no smoke is coming in, but also no oxygen. So in the vision, they only had 2 hours to survive.
Yeah, they calculated
2
it,
hours.
yeah, to 2 hours.
I didn't understand any of the numbers they were throwing around, but it sounded smart.
Neither did I, but
They're probably just calculating the volume and then... Anyways.
Okay.
I can write it down, but probably...
No, I won't be able to understand it at all.
You guys got the number 2 hours. That's bad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was also 2 hours, like, 2 days ago.
That's
when
not...
this whole thing started.
Hence
So either...
comment. Listen,
No, because Ellion is a very smart... I've learned a lot of good words from him. He's a very smart man, and I don't think he'd let himself be killed by ominous gas. Also, it wouldn't...
I don't agree.
Mm-hmm.
So...
I mean, they did...
I think...
They did have a fox mask in there.
They were researching the fox mask.
So they could have done something with that.
The fox mask, but that's not the fox mask that you guys have.
No, but the whole, the thing that he was, I think he said something about reverse, not him, but like he told me a while ago something about reverse engineering. I don't know what that means. Could they do that to the fox mask?
Well, they need other materials is the problem. See.
Well, they were in they were in a laboratory. They're in a laboratory.
The specially commissioned items that they would need at the moment. They could... Adrian is just gonna start pacing back and forth, thinking about what she would do, and is just gonna go, okay, I know that they have the jars down there. They could probably pop that open for a few more minutes of... That's not gonna be enough. Unless they... she's honestly just, like, walking back and forth and just goes...
I think...
Perhaps?
They could create their own oxygen... But there is about an 85% chance that if they did that, they're exploded.
That's hold on. What's 100 minus 85? That's out of character.
100 minus 85 is gonna be
15.
15? Yeah, 15.
Alright, well that's a 15% chance that they didn't explode. So the odds are pretty good. Because usually it's like a
I'm sure
5
there's other
to
ways of
95.
doing it, especially if we...
Okay,
there's a chance.
Did you say 15% odds are good?
Huh?
Danny.
Usually we go into odds with like 1 to 99, so.
We're riding out the second that morning breaks.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think what
Yeah,
roger that.
Time
And
is
I'm
of the
gonna-
utmost urgency here.
Yeah, then Thrux said, I'm gonna head up. I'm gonna drop to sleep now instead of thinking, and we're gonna move out and get shit done. Hopefully,
I've already gotten enough sleep. Do you need me to like get anything together or
Get
do
everyone's
anything
weapons
extra?
ready. Get everyone's weapons ready. Just make sure that we're up and ready in the morning. If there's any rations that need to be handed out, just make sure that they're ready at the door. Shoes like in a line. Let's just chop.
I'm gonna say Thrux heads up, and I'm gonna go use the restroom real fast.
All right, so everyone's long rests for the rest of the night as morning breaks. Adrian up. Adrian is up at the crack of dawn.
Lelee's gonna go around and wake people up.
All right, you're
like,
just going. All right.
I'm so
up.
sorry, but wake up.
Who are you waking up and at what
Okay,
order?
well, probably just the party.
right.
Charpay because she's on the rafters.
All right.
So like, hey.
Hello.
Hi.
Good morning.
We're going to the Hellbrands base, so if you want to
Okay.
eat breakfast, probably do that.
Yeah, and how high up is this raptor actually? Because I didn't devise a way to get down.
Like 30 feet up.
Well, I mean, I guess I can Misty step back down.
All right. You appear back on the ground. All right. Who else are you waking up and order and such?
I'll wake up Thrux later because Egg's in the bathroom. If Trial's asleep, I'll probably wake up Trial just like, hey.
Like, oh my god, it's already morning. No,
I can give you 5 more minutes. I'll start counting.
no, this is important.
You
All
get
right.
up. Hazel, in turn, who is also probably right next to Trio, just goes, morning.
I have.
You can. I don't think is Hazel coming with us. I don't think so.
I don't know. It's just shaking violently. It's like, wake up.
Yeah, we'll let him decide on that one.
Takes out paper, writes down. Do you want to come over to Hellbrand?
Possibly dangerous.
Possibly dangerous! Exclamation mark.
If you guys want me to, I can't guarantee I'll be much help.
All right, I'll let you guys talk about that. I'll go wake Wilfred up.
Get him up.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Okay, so we found out news about Ellion potentially from one of Owen's visions, so now we're gonna go check him out. So we're going to the Hellbrands base.
Good news.
Do you want breakfast? Because if you do, I'd go eat rations now.
Sure, I'll be fine either way.
Okay, well, because Adrian wants to leave as soon as we're able. So.
What news?
Am I awake? I have to ask.
Thrux is
Have I been-
probably-
Yeah.
I mean, you could be like awake by now, honestly.
Yeah. So like, the day that the whole eye thing happened, Ellion was in the laboratory with other scientists, and then the whole gas thing happened. But they managed to seal all of the entrances before it got in. But the downside of that is that they only had 2 hours of oxygen left. So 2 days ago, they only had 2 hours of oxygen left, which means they're either, in Owen's words, dead already, or they found another way to manufacture oxygen. Or the third option, they
We
did
should go
something
now.
and
We
there's
should go now.
yes, basically.
Okay.
I just felt like you should know everything about the situation before we dipped.
I feel like Ellion possibly dying is probably the most important part of that.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, we can talk about the other vision later. Just get ready.
Oh, other one?
Yeah, because they get 2.
Yeah.
Can I walk over to this mess? And just say, come on, let's not pace around. We'll talk about it later, guys.
Yeah, no, a good idea.
All right.
I look at Wilfred. The second one got real dark.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I'm also going to run to the bathroom. Oh, we're taking
Alright.
turns here.
Okay, I think with Triao and Hazel, I think the complication here with Trio is like, last time I left you alone, you got kidnapped. So
at least now I
well,
with other
he's
people.
not alone this time, at least.
Yeah.
But,
Surely you won't get kidnapped again.
Surely you won't.
That never happened.
Mia's body immediately sits up in bed and is just going to go, don't worry, they have the world's best marksman watching out for them.
Okay. I trust you relentlessly.
Thank you. Alright, so is there any other NPCs you want to drag into this mess, or are we just taking Adrian? I will leave it up to you guys.
I think I would vote only Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah. What's second Raven gonna do for us?
More Merrier behind, so then not more Merrier dead in the future.
True. All right, and that's probably gonna be the squad as you guys just immediately start stop military drill. Get downstairs, get your boots on, get your coat. Let's go, out the door. It's like
I'm letting Copperhead with him. Oh my god!
All right,
Copperhead with him.
It's one of those morning day rushes, like you're about to head out to Disneyland. Everyone, get your goddamn shoes on, get your pancake in your mouth. We're going right now, people in the car.
Disneyland has gone really downhill recently.
So everyone is immediately just ready out the door, kind of right before they go. Doug and Mia are gonna rush downstairs and just go, okay, you guys be safe, okay, please?
Yeah. No, Thrux goes, yes, I promise, I'll be as safe as I can be.
Okay.
I don't think it's possible to be 100% safe, but I'll give it my all.
You don't have to say that.
That's who I am.
They're gonna go over, exchange little love views, kisses on the head, bam, get out of Dodge. And just like that, it's time to skedaddle. So, you guys immediately just immediately start bounding your way out of the room and such, as Adrian is going to immediately start taking charge, knowing exactly where to go from here. And you guys begin your trek through the grove about you. With how bright the nighttime was, it's almost expected that the bamboo would be entirely white by now. But you can't even begin to tell. Everything is red again, and everything's moving, swaying ever slightly, sometimes rumbling. Sometimes there's even a slight rustle in a nearby bush, but noticeably, almost every single sign of wildlife is entirely gone. The only thing that can clue you into the area not being a dead zone is the distant squawking of birds up beyond the cover of the forest around you. And you guys begin your trek.
So, what's the fastest way to get over there?
Fastest way to get over there is to get to the gate, teleport over.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Where's the gate?
Okay, we are currently in Kieran Grove, right up here. So if we head just a little bit down to the Crimson Bureau, that's where the gate is. We'll teleport all the way over there.
Okay, that's way shorter than the journey we took here, so we can handle that.
Yeah, we can absolutely handle that. It'll probably be about an hour walk or so,
okay.
Half-hour run. I'm making it a run. Adrian starts running.
Okay.
Yep, sounds good. And Wilfred's gonna start
I'm gonna try to be keeping pace.
Yeah, I think everyone's jogging at this point.
As will Owen, but Owen's probably behind because Owen's the slowest.
Ball roll.
Yeah, he's gonna spin dash.
Yeah, I think that everyone's honestly going along at a relatively moderate pace, I'd say, of a sprint or so. I'd imagine that Adrian and Triao are probably leading the pack considering their significance to the issue at hand.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, is there any discussion about you all during this run or anything?
Wait, what's happening?
You guys are running to the Hellbrands base.
Alrighty.
I mean, Owen probably said, I said, possibly explain my other vision.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna ask, are you okay explaining it?
Well, essentially, I can't explain it, yeah. Essentially,
Okay.
Thrux was killing me because I had supposedly betrayed the group.
I mean, that has to be a fake one, right?
Owen's gonna look at Wilfred. I really hope so, but I can't say with confidence.
Well, depending on how this goes.
Well, we're taking the first vision as fact. I'm sure making assumptions isn't too far out of the picture.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess we'll find out.
Well, I should
I guess so.
personally, I should like to hope that you would not get murdered if you were taken advantage of in some way, considering how at least I survived.
I mean, I would hope so as well, but I mean, Thrux said something that I don't like.
What did I say? You didn't mention something about that last night.
I mean, he may have said I am Genesis, which, I mean, is Genesis still with the group?
Back at the house, Pagoda.
We left them, okay.
I'm kind of gesturing back. I mean, I thought they were Genesis, but...
They are, right?
I mean, that's what I thought. But, I mean, according to Thrux...
According to not me, but me.
According to Viz and Thrux. I'm sorry.
I think all we can do is hope and keep on going, you know?
As we discussed last night, I recommend, because you mentioned there was a lot of flame and you had an assumption on, that we kind of somewhat keep our eyes on Own.
I think it's probably the safety of the group. Honestly.
Yeah, this is was something decided with Own. I'm not just suddenly being like, "Yo, guys, fuck Own." I think that this is something to keep our eyes on. We can trust him, but also just keep an eye out just to be safe.
Yeah, he implied that I backstabbed you guys, so just make sure. Keep an eye on me.
Okay.
As long as you're not actively planning to backstab us, then...
No, I swear I'm not.
I mean, like I said, this party does have an unfortunate history with mind control. So, it's not...
Now's not exactly a good time for that either.
No, it's not, but I'm just saying that it might not have been done in sound mind or on purpose.
Yeah, and just to say...
Oh, you go.
No. Oh, I was just gonna say, just for something optimistic. You've had visions that are incorrect before, right?
Yes, definitely I have. I've seen the party die multiple times, and that hasn't happened so far.
Am I right in assuming that you were already scared of the possibility of being Genesis?
I mean, I've been worried about stuff similar to that, yes, especially with the visions and stuff, yeah.
And the curse could be messing with you. Who knows? I'll be sure to keep an eye, but that's a possibility that I don't want to overlook. Because I do trust you.
I hope you're right with your trust.
I trust you too.
I mean...
Adrian, what were you going to say? Sorry.
Sorry, it's a question that's been nagging at me. Is it a lizard folk thing that's causing you to not require a mask? I've kind of
I was wondering the same thing.
Adrian's gonna look at Charpay for a second and just go, I can already tell that you have a mind block in your head. I have one too. It now just leaves the question of you and your parents.
I mean, I hold up the mask of the mind flayer. I have this, but I'm not wearing this. It means jack shit right now. I don't know what's going on. I have no way to explain it. I pull out my chest book. Something happened with Von Pharaoh.
Yeah, you literally you do rip it back out from your chest.
Something happened. I honestly assume that Von Pharaoh had something to do with this. Seeing them back there not needing a mask make things more complicated because I don't even know if they know about Von Pharaoh. Nonetheless, you know, have gone and visited the fucker.
Adrian's gonna squint at you, blink her eyes. They're now a bit more vibrant of a red. She's casting a detect magic on you. She's just gonna go, no.
Yeah, no, I figured. I've pieced it together that I'm wrong at this point. which is a real bummer because it means I don't have an answer.
Okay, so that's an enigma at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean,
Cool.
if it was a lizard folk thing, that would be good because that would imply there are more lizard folk out there who aren't affected, but I don't suppose we've witnessed that, have we?
Well, I don't know if lizard folk have any... I don't think they would have any physiological reason to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe?
I have to level. I have to level. I don't think that this
have
is
not-
normal.
I haven't
I don't
done a
know.
lot of biological research into lizard
Yeah.
folk, so
While I
wouldn't
don't-
know.
Yeah,
Well,
well,
I don't know.
well, I don't know anything for sure. My gut is telling me that something weird is going on. And that makes me nervous, guys!
I'm sure everything will be fine.
Don't say that. You don't
I'm gonna
know.
ask you a question. Can
They're
I,
already not fine, I fear.
in character, make a connection that I've made out of character that probably isn't true?
If you have a connection, you can like that would make sense for your character to know in canon. You can absolutely, yeah.
Okay, yeah, because it has to do with the whole Star Child thing, and the whole
You
too,
can.
yeah. So you remember in that one vision we saw with one, he was talking about Star Child and all that fun stuff. And I think hopefully the rest of the group remembers Shu too.
Yeah.
Except
remember Shu.
Adrian, it was an event that happened in the Feywild, a whole thing. What I'm worried about is Thrux, Mia, and Doug aren't affected. Chloe isn't here. Cooper isn't affected either, but also, they took Chloe specifically, and Chloe, okay, this is a very wild connection that I'm making, so please bear with me because it has been a rough few days with an S at the end, plural. I'm worried that the Star Child that one is referring to is Chloe because for some reason in history we have had like the whole thing of people we know are in perilous situations for no good reason, and also, because one took Chloe specifically, and you're now not affected, and then the crowd called you Leopold.
I figured that Chloe was involved. They're the only one who calls me Leopold. It's the name I literally came up with on the spot. This is a lifelong identity that I've held at my side. I fucking just pulled it out of a hat.
Yeah, so we're thinking the same thing then?
And especially with Kiros taking Chloe somewhere, who fucking knows where?
So you think that does sound like if they said the word specifically Star Child, that has to be a connection. That has to be. So you think that they might be using this Chloe, who I don't actually know,
It's
the way.
sister.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
I didn't even know. Anyway.
I get it. I'm very sorry about that, but you think they might be using Chloe the same way they use Shu?
Yes. Absolutely. Which I shouldn't say that so...
Do we have any idea what... Does Chloe have a curse?
Does she?
Question out of character. Did we notice the shift? Or I guess we didn't specifically know that Chloe got their curse.
Yep.
But
Chloe has a curse. You guys know that. Because
She was traumatized.
How would she not have a curse is really the thing occurring in your guys'
The emotions are low.
then Wilfred will probably speak up and be like, I think at this point she definitely has. Or does.
Yeah.
I feel like I should give context for Adrian. Shu was she was a child we met in the Feywild. Her curse was that whenever she cast magic, she'd siphoned the life from around her, and the prophecy attempted to use
a
her
magic battery to suck away all the magic. Got
exactly.
it.
Yeah, whole tree of life thing.
Was not good.
Was killed in, so.
Yeah. We stopped it. It was okay, but
okay.
That's not good. If anything remotely similar to that is happening again.
Yeah, I just felt like I should probably, inform you of my concerns, because that's
very
probably
valid concern.
why Thrux isn't affected, because the whole Star Child thing, yeah.
There is another aspect to the Star Child thing. I can make you roll history if you want me to just like remind you of it and such, because I don't. It's a very small and old detail by now, so I can make you. Yeah, you can roll. So everyone who was in the Feywilds, besides I think Owen and Thrux, can roll history here because they were not around during this time in particular.
Wow.
Oh, my history sucks.
Might as well see how my rolls are doing.
So Snorp, how are you doing today?
I mean, I'm doing great. Owen's having problems.
Yeah.
Wait, did we all get? We all got 14.
All right.
Never mind.
Everyone immediately just gets the look of just same brain cell at the same time, as like there is like an inherent connection that springs forth through Charpay, Wilfred, and Lelee. Triao, however, is probably just more focused on Ellion right now. Sorry, baby moment. But for the 14s, you guys can remember that in the basement of the bathhouse, there was a room where there was a bunch of the doctors talking about a star child.
I remember that, yeah.
I do remember that.
Well, there you go. That's just my reminder.
No, I mean, I remember
I didn't know that was the connection.
Yeah, I was like, yeah.
Well, that's just your reminder.
Yeah. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go start the oven for dinner because my brother has to leave in a little bit, so I'll be right back. It shouldn't take too long. I just have
Lelee is dead.
All right, so yeah, you guys can...
Owen is gonna chime up at this point and say, Thrux taking out his spell book reminded me that I know the spear sending. I could try sending a message to Ellion to see if he's conscious or up.
That
Does
might
that
be
allow
helpful.
them to send back?
I believe it does, out of character.
I believe it does. Let me double check, but I'm pretty sure.
I hope you guys are also enjoying the cameo of Pabui.
I do. I like when Emmy looks like that.
If they know you. Yeah,
Just-
yep. Yes.
He looks so old.
He is old.
He's an old man.
He's
a
an
little
old
grandpa.
man. Can't hear, can he?
Little geriatrical man.
It does allow for.
Things to
He wants me to say them. He loves
what'd
it.
you say, Owen?
It does allow for sending or for response as well. So,
What's the range of it?
it's unlimited.
Yeah, it's only like, what, 25 words though?
Yeah, you can only send 25 words.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that would be a great idea.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think that's.
that'd be very helpful.
So
Right.
let me try this. Own thinking on Ellion, it's gonna send using the spear send or spell sending is gonna send the message. Let me count them as I say it. Are you okay? We're coming for you.
All right.
Who are we? Well, I guess he can probably figure it out.
From Own.
It takes a second as it sends off into the atmosphere and such, and you're kind of waiting with bated breath as, in response, for a second you think that it's your fellow party members doing something or other, but you do hear just from the other side.
All right, and Ona's gonna say, "Okay, I got a response, but it sounded like suffocating. We should very much continue."
Okay.
Terrible news. Let's go.
Adrian walks
Probably a good idea to run.
Yep, let's go.
All right. And you guys just start absolutely booking it. I will just say, I love how the entire party has, like, talked about almost everything besides the fact that the fox spirit called Lelee daughter.
I was preheating the oven.
Family ordeal.
I was preheating the oven, and I was sitting there, and I was like, man, I really dodged it somehow. I said in that one conversation, I was like, we don't need to worry about how we got out of this situation, and nobody asked questions, and I was like, let's go.
Not my problem. Not my problem. As long as I'm alive, not my problem.
You guys start absolutely booking it. And as you guys start running through the forest, like hopping over like little parts of overgrowth and such, I am going to make everyone just roll like ambient dexterity saving throws for flavor.
Yeah.
You know, I have really good rolls sometimes. I didn't.
Yes, let's fucking go.
I didn't need to roll a 26 for this, but here I am.
Yeah, and the counterpoint in common own style, 10.
Oh, jeez.
Just Dex, right?
Yeah, Dex saving throw.
Okay. Oh, saving throw. Okay, that makes it slightly better.
Wait. Am I? No, I'm not. So it doesn't change anything. 10.
So, starting with the lowest, we have Own. Own, during this entire run, you are lagging behind a fair bit, and like tripping over the occasional, like you were probably at the back of the pack, and every so often you trip over a root, curl up into a ball, someone has to double back and help you up. You're having a fair bit of trouble and such. At some point there's a small hill you have to slide down, and it's one of those things where you start sliding really well, but then you lean forward too much and just, and then curl into a ball and just roll down like a snowball. You're trying your best.
Own it, the most clumsy robot of all time.
You are trying your best to keep pace and such, but every so often someone has to double back and help you up on your feet again. Okay, and then we have Wilfred. Wilfred, you're just kind of doing an average little jaunt through the woods. Every so often, as someone runs before you and pushes a branch out of the way, it'll smack you in the face right as they let go of it. So you get whacked a few times, but other than that, you're doing pretty fine keeping pace.
Good, because I rolled a 4.
Charpay with heals. You're honestly just you're doing a rather average jaunt through the woods at this moment in time. Not really getting hit by anything other than stray leaves. Everyone else does a really good time through everything, and Thrux especially, who is like probably able to like go through the bamboo like a gecko leaping off of it like a ninja. But everyone's just running honestly rather quickly, with only a few stragglers in the back having a bit of trouble with things. And as you guys are making your way through this difficult terrain, something immediately shifts and catches you all off guard as the earth begins to tremble so much. And everyone roll another dexterity saving throw as this earthquake shakes through the ground.
Oh, that's still
buggers!
I rolled
I'm gonna use a sensible indomitable bro so I can fucking roll it again. Fuck's sake.
Hey, what the frick?
Doggy.
Let's go. Okay, we're gonna live. That's fine.
Not the lowest this time, but I.
Not the lowest, but like 1.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm still the highest, Screamers.
Alright, let me take a look.
You know, I'm smoking.
You're smoking?
You're smoking?
You're smoking reefer?
Smoking kills. Oh my god. Okay.
Dude, I forgot my mic is muted. I was calling my dog a criminal.
Okay. So everyone got over a 10, which was the DC, as huge fissures begin to crack through the ground. And though a few, I'd say everyone who got under a 15, we'll say a 16, so I can just get a nice even split down the middle of people falling into holes.
Man,
love that.
Alright.
Everyone over a 16 begins to like. They manage to keep their ground and sidestep away out of the radius of these tremors that kind of reach and crack out through the ground and swallow you up inside. But for Lelee, Wilfred, and Own, all three of you manage to trip at about the same time and fall deep into the cracks of a fissure below.
Wow.
So, everyone, because everyone actually did succeed this DC, is only going to take half damage. Oh, that was weirdly. Hang on, that's so weird.
Yeah.
I got 4 5s. So 5,
Okay.
15, 20. So that's only going to be 10 bludgeoning damage to everyone.
Okay.
I'll take it. I'll take
to
it.
everyone, or to the
Yeah.
people who got. Okay.
To everyone, except for the people who fell into the holes. I'm gonna add 6 more to that because you bonk your heads in different like locations and such as you all trip down into these little tremors below. As rubble kind of starts to pile up on top of you guys. The earth is just like shaking immensely around you all. All right, and are you guys gonna go try and help your friends out or anything? What is the reaction to this general?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake.
You know,
I'm gonna go
Own.
This is the problem. Owen's stuck in a hole now. Owen's a golf ball.
Owen is a ball in a hole.
It's like they play pool.
Golf.
Who else is stuck? Is it
It's Lelee, Wilfred, Owen.
Well, Wilfred can fly, so I'm gonna.
That's true.
Everyone can fly except for Owen, and I.
But there's
can't help
rubble on
Owen,
top of them,
so-
correct?
There is rubble on top of them.
Okay. Well.
Like if you were to look down Wilfred's little pit, there's like a big thing of rock on top of his chest.
Okay.
It probably hit you like right in that place where it knocks the wind out of you, Wilfred. So you're just down there.
That's such an old man noise.
No age. Rock of age.
Not old man.
No, I hate that voice so much.
But yeah, what is like the reaction to this suddenly happening?
I'm gonna immediately like
Owen's
skid on my heels
As
and turn
Owen
around.
falls and gets rubble clapped on them. Use it to your earthquake. Oh!
You step on Rebel, it's like, oh my god, what the fuck happened?
Adrian also turns on her heel and is gonna start walking over, and it's just gonna go, okay, all right, and just like look down at like the what do we got going on here type deal.
So who's everyone who's up right now?
Everyone besides Owen, Wilfred, and Lelee.
So
I didn't mean to get stuck. I just kind of tripped.
It's fine.
so me and Triao out of the player character, correct?
Yeah, no, Charpay too.
Charpay? Okay, cool. I miscounted. Okay.
Yeah.
I guess you hate Charpay.
So,
Right.
including Adrian, there are 3.5 people working. I have -5
Oh
strength.
yeah.
So.
Oh yeah. All right. What are you guys doing here?
Obviously, we gotta go down there and helping out. You know, probably open. I feel like okay. How big is like the
15 by 15 feet.
15 by 15. Okay, that's good enough. Yes. Yep. Open wing.
All right.
I'm gonna go check the oven. I'll be right back. If
I'm gonna analyze first, like my own, because I don't want him to drop down.
If my dog starts barking, server mute me.
Owen is in a very unfortunate, like, stuck position,
No.
which is like one leg trapped in like one little divot, a horn punctured into like stuck in another part, just like sprawled out in a really weird way.
Okay.
It's a fine. Okay.
I suppose I'll go and try to get the piece off Wilfred. I have -5 strength, so.
All right, yeah. So Wilfred, you're just in the hole down there. As Thrux descends down your little hole, and are you gonna try and get this rock off Wilfred?
Yeah. Do I have to roll strength?
Are my arms like trapped under here?
You're
or can I like
you're
help
kind of
him?
pinned.
Okay. Crush.
You know,
I think
that's a decent roll, but it's now an 11.
Oh my god.
Thrux picks up the boulder, like starts to pick it up. Wilfred, you like manage to like unfurl your arms and such, ready to get up, as Thrux drops it right back on you.
Oh my god. I just go over, it's like, I'll be back for you.
You take another 6 bludgeoning, Wilfred.
Over to
I'm so sorry!
It's okay.
Kid, what are you doing?
Fuck you up,
Alright,
apparently!
Do you want to go down and help?
Careful. You gotta be careful with. Yes.
Alright, roll strength, Triao. Get the rock. What the rock do?
Jesus Christ. What the rock doing? Doing the rock
Can I help action Trio?
Sure,
Okay.
you get advantage.
That's a dirty 20. No, you're
Okay,
fine. Dirty
yeah,
20.
Trio, like, Trio,
Thrux
who
linked into the background.
who has one arm, by the way, is gonna perfectly pick up this boulder, shoulder check it off, and then just like help Wilfred out of the hole.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Now we. Okay.
There's 2 other.
Yeah, I think that's a complicated case right now.
I think if we get
We need,
3
like-
points, I think if we get everyone in there who can touch him, looks over at Charpay, then we might be able to push him out.
I'm
do
gonna
my best.
slink. I'm gonna slink over to Wilfred and use one of my charges that come back whenever I long rest and heal Wilfred because I feel shitty.
All right, are you guys all, or do we want to get Lelee out first to get extra hands on Own?
Hiki is gone,
That would
so.
probably be good.
That's okay. Adrian's gonna go pop down into the little hole with Lelee in it, and Nat 20 just immediately grab the rubble, just throw it off into the gosh dang atmosphere.
I'm still doing dinner, but I have +2 strength if you need it.
Yeah, and then just like
+6 saving throws.
All right, and then just yeets Lelee out the hole, and everyone is gonna head on over into Owen's hole. That sounds bad. Everyone's getting deep in Owen's.
Can we stop?
You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it. You don't have to say it.
All right, who's helping out here? I'm assuming.
Not Charpay.
Yeah,
All right.
I'll help.
All right.
I'll help.
I'm gonna tactically
Because in
not
the
help.
oven, I'll help.
All right. So
Well,
Adrian
so-
got a nat 20, which is probably good on her own, but I'm just gonna let everyone else help to see what happens with them.
I got a 6, so I think Wilfred's probably like he's
I got
doing.
Natural
When you're helping someone
I got a
carry
15.
something,
I got a
and like
15.
they're doing
Okay.
all the heavy lifting, and you're just like,
So Triao and Adrian just absolutely just this thing up, one arm each, just buff people unlimited.
Yeah, you.
And as Owen is just miraculously saved from the hole and such and lifted up into the air, Wilfred and Lelee, who had the unfortunate task of trying to unhook Owen's horns, get yanked up into the air by the force of Triao and Adrian lifting them up, and are kind of just dangling on Owen's horns now like beautiful horn earrings. Which then leaves Nat 1 Thrux. Right as this whole spectacle takes, like right before you
The
go
whole
to questions-
spectacle?
Not the
The
whole
whole
spectacle.
spectacle?
The whole
No way.
So Thrux,
Not the
you trip and-
spectacle.
You trip and fall into the hole,
Yeah.
and a bit of rubble smacks down on you and pins you
Oh,
for 6 bludgeoning damage.
My God.
Thank you for getting me out.
And that is like, as you say that, Owen, that is right when splat on Thrux.
I think we got another problem.
Looks like it's going.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Adrian reaches over with her other hand, grabs Thrux by the tail, and hoists him out. And
Like
then
a golden
slaps him on.
retriever.
Yeah, and then is just gonna set everyone down.
All right, now Tendencies, right?
Luckily, I actually didn't take any damage because it took away my temporary hit points if I'm correct. So my maximum health isn't gone, but damn it.
And you get right as you guys manage to get out, you hear this loud shriek pierce through the entire region of Wolvenshire. A shrill, disgusting, guttural sound that continues to rumble the ground within it. It's like thunder shaking your very core, deafening to hear and leaving a deep, shrill ring in the back of your head that travels down your spine. And you guys see a shadow casting down, illuminated from above by that grand eye as a massive creature wriggles out from the ground and spirals into the air. It's nearly the size of the Pangea. It is 600 feet of pure muscle and slime that rises from the ground as the Leech Behir just coils upwards hundreds of feet away. But you swear, even though it's that far away, that it could be within your location in minutes if it knew where you were. But luckily, as far as you know, it doesn't know where you are. It rises towards a figure comparatively minuscule to its bloated mass, lunging enough to stretch outside the barrier around Wolvenshire, as its spinning teeth wrap around the form of an emerald dragon in the sky and clamp down on it, dragging it by the wing back to the ground with it. And as it falls to the ground, everyone make another dexterity saving throw for the second earthquake.
All right.
I was gonna say, I hope I don't roll another 4. I roll a 3.
Oh,
right, but
no,
I got
also
good
rolled a
news for-
3.
I got good news for Own this time, actually. I can't believe it.
What do you want? Oh.
All right. Calculator.
Oh, good. I have good
Might
dex.
as well go into the ground at this point.
I can't believe that Own actually did okay.
Guys, if it's not clear, Dex is absolutely my strong suit. Please don't make me lift things.
Mine is Dex and Charisma, and yet I'm rolling 4s and 3s.
All right. So,
well, that's your problem.
So this time, Wilfred, right as you like get yourself back onto the ground and like look at this giant thing, you feel yourself falling right back into another pit with another giant stone falling right onto your chest. You're gonna take 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As Charpay, you also stumble back, taking those 15 points.
See ya.
And everyone else is going to be taking 8 points of bludgeoning damage and not falling into holes.
This isn't good for us.
No.
So those two are back in a... Honestly, I feel like Wilfred and Charpay landed in the same hole. They're just on top of one another.
Okay. Oh no.
Can Owen go to help them out?
Yeah.
You might not want
be very careful.
Oh, wait a minute. You're right. Can I just grab the stone, not touching anyone?
Sure, roll strength.
I accidentally touches Charpay.
That's strengths. Let me double check my modifier for strength.
Okay, if it's not that one, then that's...
Yeah, it's
here we go.
It's what I called it. 18? Not 18, 19.
Okay, 19. You do carefully reach over, grab the big rock, and put it to the side.
Thank you.
I'll reach in and try and grab them out.
Alright, you can help Wilfred and Charpay both out and up to their feet again, and the tremors soon stop.
So that
rest in
peace.
Charpay has died.
Cece, no.
Cece's back. It's okay. Alright, what were you guys? Alright. Continue.
Wilfred was just about to say, like, okay, we don't have time for this, but that was really bad, right?
Yeah, that's that's the dragon. Yeah, okay.
Oh, I know them well.
Yeah.
I think maybe we can find time. We should help, maybe.
We're currently trying to find time for another thing.
Yeah, right now we gotta focus on Ellion. Because, again, suffocating methods, that's probably really bad.
It's a dragon. Surely it can buy itself some time.
Yeah, they're strong.
You're right. Yeah.
Doing so great.
We have to pick our battles. So let's go to Ellion.
It would be nice to have a battle in which we have a dragon as our friend.
Yeah, but maybe we want other friends to be most in danger.
I don't want to either. Ooh.
We know.
Seems like Ellion's dying. We have no time.
Yeah, we need to go get Ellion. Let's not focus. I look over. I also don't want to piss off Adrian, who I'm sure wants to focus on Ellion.
Adrian's already walking.
Okay. Well,
do it.
I mean, how far away are we from the Hellbrands base? Can we show up 20 minutes late to the fucking Leech the Here versus Dragon fight with Starbucks? Go to hell.
You guys are pretty close at this point.
We should probably stay a little bit stealthy.
Yeah, as you guys start approaching, or as Adrian starts approaching what is familiar ground to her, less familiar to you, she actively does start kind of like crouching her gigantic frame down. Luckily, because of her like skin tone and such, and because of how like basically, I'm going off of Photoshop terms, multiply layer of red on the entire universe kind of works. If you put that onto a white like background or something, it's gonna make it perfectly red, and everything else about her is because she's albino and such. So she blends in surprisingly well with the surroundings and such, especially crouching down, even at her height and like built.
Does red on red help?
Red on red does help, so Wilfred's doing pretty good for stealth as well.
Yes! And part of Thrux.
Thrux is like partial camouflage.
Just a little bit.
Should I worry about stealth stuff?
You'll be fine. But yeah, you guys are you guys like going specifically
I mean, it's rusted, which is kind of red.
Yeah.
Probably not red enough.
I'd like to be stealthy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be stealthy as well. Kind of my default state.
So all of you guys kind of start stealthing as you guys start to approach it, and time is hard to quantify in the realm of Wolvenshire. Without a timepiece, the only way to tell time is your circadian rhythm and the red and the light and the dog. So you aren't sure the distance or time passed by the time you come upon the familiar woods. It takes a moment to become familiar with everything around you, because everything looks the same without any break in color to separate the world's pieces. But the charred grass and large stone gate are enough of a textural offset to rip themselves from the sameness of the foliage around you. The golden eye shines through the trees with an intense scorching yellow, shining down upon the weeping willow gate into the Hellbrands base, which the portal into is already open.
Not a good sign.
Okay.
Not a good sign.
That probably means someone has been going through, huh?
Absolutely. Dog.
Her. No, she's gonna start barking.
Oh yeah, so alright, so you guys are near this gate now with the portal open.
More reason to get going.
Yeah, we may as well.
Man,
Yep.
there is
Well, go
something I would.
through.
There is something I would say that only Ducky knows, and I don't.
You can say it out of character if it would jog someone else's memory.
I'm hoping it's a Byron situation and not anything else.
Yeah. I guess Lelee will say that, just like, best case scenario, it's Byron.
Byron is a Kalishtar. They are naturally resistant to charm. That is a sound.
Fingers crossed.
But also, normally, Byron's a little more animated about his entrances.
Well, I don't think we have any time to waste.
Okay. Yeah. I guess just fingers crossed.
Should we have a plan before going in? Because considering the fact that someone might be in there who might not be Byron.
Yeah.
I mean, our plan is probably to kill them, right?
Probably. Okay, well, if we have to fight, then we should have other people go off to,
That's true.
help people suffocating.
Do you want somebody to like step in and take a look beforehand? I don't know if we can go back here.
You can go back through it, but
okay. I think. Which one of us? Which of us has? Because we'll probably need healing and then brute strength to break a door down.
I think that we should probably figure out how we're going to keep them from being mind controlled too.
Right. I'm gonna take V out of my bag and just like look at her for a second and like, you couldn't like, magically come up with some more of these masks, could you? All right. You're doing great, bud.
They waggle their tail, and there are a few more masks on the ground.
It's just that easy.
Thank you, V. You can go back to bed napping.
Okay, I'm sorry. I do have to head up for dinner now. I wish you all luck.
Thank you.
That's
Goodbye.
Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
All right. I will let you guys strategize, talk. What's going on?
Well, if we have a mask, then just that easy, I guess.
We are gonna go into combat. Not to be rude, but I feel like maybe Thrux will be a good person to go off and go help in the lab because of his current strength problems.
Well, and because of the chest plate that he's got on, that Healy doodad. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. I look down. Well, shit. And I'm gonna go ahead and take my dagger and go ahead and give it another and go ahead and pop myself a dagger attack. What is it? D4. 4 damage. Boy, I'm so happy I got max damage on that. And give myself both of my charges back.
All right. So you're all charged up.
Well, yeah,
I've the stream.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Am I? Shit, I don't think I am because we set the rule that if I lose all my temporary hit points, which I have, that takes all my charges. So I'm doing it again.
Oh, all right, there goes.
Luckily, that's minimum damage. Okay, so now I have most of my charges back.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I've never been in the base, so I don't entirely know what we're getting into, but I will be happy to follow people around and provide some extra muscle if I can.
It's gonna be fun.
Off to the side, just a few
hopefully.
paces to the left is where Ellion would most likely be within the research facility. On the right, there's the Hell House. There's a bunch of weapons stored in here as well, I must say. Explosive arrows is our biggest thing. There is a high likelihood that we could be ambushed the second we step in there with a giant volley of explosive arrows. It's the question of how we deal with that.
Well,
I mean, someone could go through with like invisibility and check it out, I guess.
I have gaseous form.
I, as Wilfred, because I am now Wilfred, is gonna go, I have invisibility.
Could work.
Alright. It's fair enough.
Unless they can see
How
magic.
many people can you do again? Is it just you? or-
Invisibility, I have
it, like, different
invisibility on my
spells?
character. So let me, I think greater, hang on, let me look at it. So any
Okay, I
creature
don't
you touch
remember.
becomes invisible, and everything they're so this is for, concentration up to an hour. Wait a second, does Wilfred have greater invisibility? Why does he only have, like, 5 minutes? What's his deal?
I think greater invisibility is a shorter moment.
Let me look at, a greater invisibility moment.
I mean, I also have invisibility, but I don't feel like big robot is a good idea to go through.
Okay, greater invisibility is the worst spell for some reason. Objectively, I'm just gonna call it out. It's just invisibility, but it's like less time, and also magically you can't really see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's to get around, like, being detected, so fair enough.
I mean, so I would say that probably little bird going in invisible is probably better than big robot going in invisible.
Yeah.
I could do that. So I think I'll go in, come out. Hopefully there's no volley of explosive arrows everywhere.
none of there is. We'll give you a good burial.
Yeah.
Alright, that's a bad way to put it.
Wilfred just like looks at himself and just goes, "Die a hero, I guess. I lived this long." And he is going to cast greater invisibility on himself and just go, "Okay," and step through the portal.
Alright, you guys have fun. I'm gonna go check on dinner.
There.
Because I am Wilfred and also the DM, and Cole's not here for me to describe it to him, I'm gonna keep it a secret for now and let you guys discuss.
Okay.
Okay.
Well,
What the fuck do we have to talk about?
Just any more planning.
I don't know. I think Owen's probably waiting for the report.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Honestly-
I don't have a lot of magic anymore. You're on your own here.
I suppose I'm probably a little bit echoey because I'm on my floor. I suppose I'm probably listening in to hear whether I hear any explosions.
Adrian goes, "It's a portal. You can't really hear from the other side."
Well, fucking hell! I guess I don't do that then, do I?
No.
You're talking to the
not.
floor, man. Give me some reason.
Do you guys want to roll investigation in the meanwhile?
I'd love to.
Yeah, there.
Wow.
Where did my D20 go?
Wow.
Oh man, guys, I'm sorry that my rolls die on
Natural
Man.
20.
What the
Man,
fuck?
fuck you. I got it now one.
I got 14.
Not 20.
No,
Fuck everybody in this
I
neighborhood.
just
Thank God I got a natural 20 right now, because that means I don't have to calculate things onto it. Would require me to get
All
off
right,
my
I got
floor.
a 5.
All right, Charpay. What's got you distracted?
She's probably still a little confused about this portal and is probably thinking like this place is the Hellbrands base, so she's just kind of like looking around like where am I supposed to be?
It's inside. It's an entranceway.
Okay.
Okay, so we got like a ton of nat 20s over here. From what I heard, Egg has a nat 20.
Yes, I did.
Snorp, what did you get?
5.
5. Oh, no, what's got you distracted?
Owen's gonna be distracted by kind of worrying about Wilfred slightly, arguably.
Okay, and that's gonna lead us to the high roll. What did you get, Kiki? Oh, Kiki's dead. Never mind.
I got 14!
Okay.
14.
Thank you. 14. Lelee sees, and for this case, everyone else who got the nat 20. Crime! Let's go.
Benny!
Gabe.
Benny, we need you. We're fucked.
Oh my god, what have you done?
They're at the Hellbrands base. Ellion's
no.
presumably dying.
Oh
They're
Benny,
no.
wake up. Ellion's fucking dead.
Charpay. Alright, sorry. So that was nat 20 for, okay, sorry. Let me get my stream recombobulated.
Can we say that Adrian was just carrying around Benny on her shoulder?
Benny was
Absolutely.
sleeping. That much emotional duress means the old man has to nap.
That's completely
When
fair.
Benny wakes up, Adrian goes, "Hi, we're sneaking into the base. Ellion's dying."
Wilfred just went in with invisibility to hopefully scout out the area to see if anyone is there immediately going to kill us. So, we're just waiting for him to come back. Also, Emerald Dragon is in here apparently, currently fighting with a Leech Behir. It's not going well. I'm not happy.
Also, you got introduced to this weird guy named Sokayai.
Sorry.
I have fixed my chair, so I have
Crime
returned.
is the only one who knows Sokayai out of character. I used to do a lot of like online role playing with Crime, and Sokayai was one of those characters.
I see.
All right, so for the people who got good investigation, you see those hand marks and scratches dug into the bases of the trees that form the archway. There are footsteps treading through the ground away from the entrance, and then some going in. With the nat 20s, you can tell that they're high heel prints. Also, as you're investigating, the bushes rustle around you all.
So,
bushes. Just quickly like glance around, like, y'all hear that?
yeah, I do.
I hear what?
Don't wait. Never mind. Do worry. There's rustle from the bushes.
Oh, that's probably not good.
It never does seem to be good, does it?
Adrian flips out her naginata and it erupts into flame as she just kind of like looks around and such. But nothing pops out, and after a while she kind of lowers it and snuffs at the flame and just goes, "Okay, he should be coming out soon, right?"
Well, assuming he's not dead, yeah.
Assuming.
Here's hoping.
And after that minute passes, you guys just see the portal start to flicker, and then out pops Wilfred, who face plants right onto the ground before you guys and just goes, He is unharmed. But it seems like the teleportation took a lot out of him, and he just goes, "Okay, that's a weird portal. That doesn't okay. The teleportation's a little weird, messed up, I think, but there's a lady and the Byron and Carrot guy. I think that's it. They seem preoccupied. I didn't really get a good look, but there's no one else there. It's just them."
Okay.
A lady?
I didn't really get a good look, honestly. But because I was more worried about the fact that there could be a bunch of explosive arrows at my face.
That's fair.
That's fair.
Is Carrot and Byron good in this circumstance? I don't know who those people are.
I don't think they are. They were looking a bit like subservient, I think. So I think they're under the mind control, but they're not part of the ring around the rosy stuff. So I'm not sure. But it seems safe. Probably best to go in there and help Ellion.
Okay.
My beautiful Wilfred impression.
Well,
I guess
Yes,
so
it's frustrated.
with this information, were they near the portal?
A little bit away. Like,
Do you think we can get? Do you think we can get past them without?
Yeah, I think
anything
we could go
happening?
around. Yeah, there's some stalls around the place. I'm sure we could just hide behind those. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
You sound tired.
Do I sound different?
Yeah.
Probably just the sand, honestly.
Yeah. I think there's some sand in my throat. I think my voice is a little higher. I wouldn't worry about it.
Okay, I won't.
I'll walk in and we just get a high-pitched voice.
Oh my god, okay, so before we continue, I just had the worst experience with a pizza ever.
Oh no.
Oh no.
So these pizzas don't come with pans. You don't put them on a pan. You put them in there without the cardboard, just put them in the oven. My bare hands, I'm pulling this pizza out. Like, I wash my hands, of course, because I'm clean in the kitchen. But I have, like, the cardboard underneath, and the pepperoni pizza is on the top rack, so I'm sitting there holding the cardboard like this, trying to nudge the pizza out, and it falls. Like, it just flat out falls, and I'm like,
oh no.
no. So I'm sitting here with, like, shut up! I'm sitting here with, like,
Everything is happening
pizza
right now.
on my arm. Absolutely. Oh my god, don't do that. Having a pizza on your arm is horrible. Yeah, she
So
agrees
much
with
is
me.
happening.
But it falls. It fell. It fell. I broke the pizza. I'm gonna go remove my dog.
All right. Well,
Doggant.
what are you guys doing? Heading in?
I guess.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we can do to stealth?
Probably just
I
like
mean-
stealth. It's up to you if you guys have like anything in particular.
I'm definitely going to be stealthing. If
I
that's
will
something
say,
we're gonna have to roll for.
Should I cast invisibility on myself now?
If you want.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Might not be stupid.
Man,
Alright.
Does anyone have like a
sound weird right
sensible
now,
pass
doesn't
without
it?
trace or anything?
I think that
We can actually
portal
do it.
did something to my voice.
Okay.
Well, then Owen will cast invisibility on themselves right before they go in, not before. To make sure that
Okay.
they have the most, time to be invisible.
You are officially invisible. Okay. What is that music?
I don't know. It's Stardew Valley, but I don't know.
You can hear that?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
That's valid. All right. Well, what are you guys doing to stealth in particular?
Charpay does
casting
have
invisibility.
Yep.
Charpay does have a little bit of disguise self. She'll probably just kind of like try to mimic Adrian a little bit just for the sake of camouflage.
Adrian looks over and just goes, "Nice. Okay.
Thanks. You got good
let's
style.
see.
What can I say?
Thank you."
I suppose what I'll do is I'll probably do like a kind of cross down, and I might try to hang somewhat behind the tall members of the party.
Adrian?
Yeah.
Adrian. All right,
Yeah.
Adrian. You will be behind Adrian, who is now your meat shield. Okay.
You know what?
Yeah?
Since this is like my thigh here is maybe it's be like an orc, so I'm just gonna put on Damascus Changeling and look like an orc.
An orc? Okay. Are you also gonna look like Adrian a bit?
A little bit, why not?
They can never fuck with us.
Okay, just a big party of Adrians. Cool.
Very
All right.
I did it. I'm sorry to keep interrupting, but I did it. I got the pizza.
Wilfred is also gonna go behind everyone. Also, can we just shout out my doggy?
Doggy.
Doggy. All right,
Love it.
and you guys all start to step through. You feel that lurching sensation begin to echo through all of your bodies, warping and shaping your bones and flesh like putty as it strings you along through the uncomfortable rift of reality itself. As the world begins to feel faster and faster and faster, flying at 1,000 miles a second, it feels as if your bodies are tearing and ripping through it all, like knives are stabbing into you at every second, like something is deeply, deeply wrong with this teleportation circle. Shredding you all up into small pieces and melting your bones and skin and bubbling your flesh, and you're out. Stepping out onto the other side, you're all dizzy, disoriented, but luckily in one piece.
I look at Wilfred in mouth. You weren't wrong.
And very quickly, you begin to hear a voice, and you hear, oh, how lucky I am to be doing this for him. Oh, come all you little brats, please tell me again who gave me this job, because I frankly can't believe my fortune. And it is then that a familiar pair of voices rings out in unison, with one from Byron and Carrot, on their knees in front of this strange figure. It is a short, slender woman with pink and gray patchy skin. Her hair is shaved down to just a small film of gray fuzz, and her face is covered in wrinkles, though she doesn't look all too old. She has these piercing and huge eyes that seem too big for their sockets, with a messy slobbering of eyeshadow trying to obscure the massive bags under her eyes, but they only manage to make it more obvious. Her face is slender and sharp with chiseled cheekbones, and dripping from her nose is a near constant stream of red blood. In her left arm, she holds a preppy little parasol, and she wears a red sleeveless turtleneck, a sharp black corset pulled way too tight, and a black pleated and buckled skirt. And finally, on the top of her head are two fleshy little cat ears. All right, and I'm just gonna continue speaking as her if there was no immediate, reactions for the party with each other.
No.
It's just fear.
Yes! Oh, well, they're good for something, aren't they? Onesie. Oh, you're some spoiled, aren't you all? Look at how free it was for you to just be gobbled up by his divinity. I'm just an ordinary woman, but look at me now. 1, 2, 1, 2. I had to climb to get next to him. All you needed to do was inhale a little bit of his scent. Oh, and she is gonna slam her little parasol onto the ground right in front of the pair as Byron uncharacteristically flinches. Now, I'm gonna let your little freckled faces in on a secret. If you all don't get that door open, then your little cheeks will be ripped out of your face. Oh, you'd hate that, wouldn't you? Oh no, you're mistaken. It's not for cruelty. It's for one. Have you seen his decoration? Not a drip of diamond or string of pearls. Just your little freckles and cheeks and your itty-bitty baby teeth. Something wet drops onto the ground. As you can tell, both of those two are crying. Oh, don't you cry. Don't you dare cry. You know what, you shameless little good-for-nothings have it all wrong. One loves you all. He loves everyone. Everyone besides them. Don't you need it? Don't you need his face and his voice and... Oh, off I am again. Look, everyone take a little seat. I'm gonna tell you all how the second in command got her throne. Oh, I weep at the mere thought of it. She reaches, a hand on her forehead as these large tears begin to stream from her face, smearing her mascara and eyeliner in, streams of endless black. During it all, she does not blink once. And besides this strange sight... the entire base is desolate, all the previous benches and stations abandoned, and the fight rings gone. It's almost perfectly silent, besides the ladies' hysterics.
Oh, it's not gonna say anything, but kinda...
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm just gonna, Lulu's gonna glance between her and then the group, just
it's I don't fucking know.
Adrian's just...
I think she's crazy.
You think?
I think that's a fair assumption.
Owen, it's gonna whisper very as quietly as Owen can. Could the door be Ellion's door?
Probably.
So we probably don't want... This has made things complicated, guys.
I mean, we could, pow pow, but at the same time, she's So she's really crazy.
He picked me up from all the way down in the depths of oblivion, and he raised me into who I am today. Number 2. Oh, I love that number just as much as I love the number 1.
Her name's number 2.
I think she's constipated.
Mother.
Her other nostril begins to well with blood as more of it trails down her face. And there's just like, there is just a constant stream of rambling in the background.
What do we do?
I feel like I should be impressed with how, like, theatrical she's getting.
The perfect world is nigh, and I can't wait to be a part of it.
He's pretty distracted.
I can't help.
Just get in and out.
Perhaps I have a feeling they think they're number 2.
I am number 2. The greatest
she...
person of all, next to 1. The second greatest. Oh.
I feel like we.
Where are
I feel like we shouldn't open the door because then this lady's gonna like run in.
And once I'm done telling you this story, you're gonna open that door, and one's gonna love you.
Like
are they near the way to the door?
They're in the middle of this whole place. They're just like raving and ranting.
Okay.
What if we
This
get
sounds
in
like watching-
and barricade the door more?
All those other stupid Pantheon members have nothing on the number 1. Not even Genesis has anything on 1.
Oh, so they are. Wait. Okay. Wait. Never mind. There's just. I don't even know if 1 feels this way. I
He's
think
gonna
they do. But...
rise beyond anyone before, and I'm gonna be right there by his side.
One strikes me as the type of person to ditch people. I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, since they're doing a whole theatrical play in the middle of nowhere, let's just go through, I guess.
Yeah, let's just. Yeah, maybe it's time we just kind of go. I'm typically one for calculations. We're not calculating anything.
Is it
Let's just
wrong
kinda
of
go.
me to want a man to nibble right on my neck?
Oh,
Yes. You know what? Yes.
Do you say that?
No. Don't say anything. No. Benny just not actually say that. He has this look on his
Adrian's
face.
just nodding.
Benny just looks just like. Oh. Okay, I think we should just be as sneaky as possible and move, but I feel like she's too consumed in her own ego to notice us.
I will never be consumed, for I am number 2.
why do they keep responding? I always feel like they keep responding.
Let's just shut the fuck up and go. Let's just shut the fuck up and go.
The only thing I could ever hear is the beautiful sound of one's voice.
Oh, if she wait, I love you.
Sometimes I swear I can hear him whispering in my ear how much he loves me.
I almost. This is out of character. I almost want to try minor hallucinating one's voice here. I feel like that's a really bad idea, though.
Once we're in a secure position,
Please, for the love of God, we just go.
Yeah. One is, or not one. Own is gonna start heading toward the door.
Hey, as
Don't you
sneakily as
all
possible.
agree? Oh god, it's just, you guys are on it, like, Adrian's covering her ears. Respectfully. And is gonna just start crouch walking. I'm gonna have you all roll stealth. At advantage.
This woman horror.
She's a little busy.
Okay,
She's a little busy, you know.
She's a little busy at the moment.
Alright, that's stealth.
Do we get any benefit from her being busy?
Yeah, you get advantage.
Okay, thank God. Oh my God, I got rolled a 2.
I can't really. I don't think advantage really is gonna affect me.
I got another 2.
Sky, the sky is so beautiful.
God, she is the worst, I must say.
We're so close. We're so close.
Okay, so, everyone else is, like, stealthing really well, like, staying behind cover and such. Charpay trips, like, right over something and manages to collapse an entire stall over there. And, like, very instantly, her head just snaps over. What?
She's the funniest character. I love her.
Must have been the wind.
It must have been the wind. And she's gonna, like, more of her, like, nose blood just, like, drips onto the ground as she looks back over. No, you guys wouldn't travel over something to try and distract me from my story, would you? Little brats? 'Cause I wasn't done yet. You see, as he first held me in his tender arms, I felt my bodice begin to flush. And Adrian just goes, come on.
Oh my god! She's fucking it!
She's got the hots for a cannibal! You guys can make it to the door.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Can you hear us from here? Like, can we talk normally?
You can
Or
talk.
is she-
Honestly, her voice is so loud that any of it. Adrian is just gonna step forward, put her hand on, and open up the lab door, and the door is blessedly silent as it opens, with only the slight tang of magic energy radiating through the air, which is easily swallowed by her own goddamn voice. She is near deafening in her awful chatter that you all really wish that you just couldn't hear. None of you are. This is, for this entire adventure, this might be the most scarring thing you guys have ever heard from anyone in your life, hearing her recount basically a crappy porno of her first meeting with one.
Just close the door,
I don't want to hear how you fuck this guy, brother.
And you guys, like, very quickly shovel in, and Adrian just quickly closes the door and just goes, oh, thank God.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever heard.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't have memories of that.
I can fix that for you.
Not what you enjoy hearing from your step grandma, I gotta say.
Step grandma? Oh wait.
Technically.
Adrian just goes, okay, no time to lose. And and you guys begin to descend quietly but swiftly down into the darkness below. The only light left aglow in the room is the blue outline of one of Ellion's little huts, with its snow globe exterior gently shimmering in the darkness. But despite that, it is upsettingly dull and weak.
Okay. I imagine we're rushing down.
We're rushing.
Oh yeah, that's, I mean, yeah. What are you guys doing?
I'll go over to the dome and knock on it.
You knock on the dome, and a hand reaches out and grabs you and yanks you right into the dome own as, you guys watch his own just get swallowed into it.
What the fuck?
Well,
Okay.
Probably not my wisest move ever.
Well, goodbye.
So you guys all slipping in?
I suppose, yeah.
Alright, you guys slip into the dome, and you see the large frame of the bat-like hobgoblin man immediately light up in hope. But the scene around you is anything but hopeful. Sorry, I'm still reeling from having to play that character.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, if you start, like, reenacting this woman getting the hots and, like, no, let's leave.
This is awful for me, who I need to state, I am asexual. I am also repulsed by this character.
Also, you don't have to continue it. You could just make her talk up one, but without the horny. So.
I am no longer narrating any of that, by the way. That is all I am ever giving of that. It is up to your own.
My girl gonna go on archive her own about what?
It is up to your guys' hopefully lack of imagination. But I would like to make a formal... I'm gonna make a formal apology. 2 is probably the second worst character in this entire campaign.
Well, I zoned hard during that entire part, so I think I was spared.
Like I said in general chat, she's just a stan.
She is.
So,
the scene before you is anything but hopeful. Unconscious on the ground are Snev, Paul, and Weber, all breathing so slowly that it takes a while to even see their chests rise and fall. The hut is absolutely suffocating. You can hardly choke in a breath of your own. Every pillow has been cut open, and you can see tons of jars of chemicals and components all uncapped on the floor in a desperate attempt by the men to add more air into the room. And then there's Ellion. His eyes are open but clouded. His form is pale and shaking. And on the ground next to him is a large sea of pearls. They're the pearls of power, spell slot replenishing ones. Kevrod coughs behind you, and a message kind of rings out in your head, probably Own, and he's just gonna go, "We've been trying to conserve air. Every hut gives us about an hour. Thank God you're here. We're all so..."
Oh,
the
right.
message flickers out, and his breath hitches, and he falls to the ground unconscious.
Yeah. With that, I'm gonna pull out... Yeah, I want to pull out the mask and just... stick them on. Just like...
Yeah.
Yep.
You stick the little masks onto people's faces and such.
And then... Yeah.
I guess we should probably get more air in here.
Or
Yeah, we already opened the door a little bit.
They don't. I mean, honestly, if they have the mask on, they don't need the hut. They're trying to prevent the gas from coming in.
Ellion blinks and crushes another pearl in his fist, like he's been at this for days, and he sucks in a deep breath as you all feel the barrier around you reform and bring with it another gasp of fresh air.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I feel like we should...
Yeah, we should...
You get the sense that he is currently suffering from oxygen deprivation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hypoxia. Alright, I think it's time to head out.
Yeah, we should go.
Triao, you want to help me grab Ellion?
Yeah.
Alright.
You two both pick up Ellion as the bubble around you flickers, and the outside grows less and less clouded as transparency begins to carve its way through the walls of the hut, freeing you from its inside, and revealing the silhouettes from outside of them.
Oh.
Look at what the cat dragged in.
Oh. Your voice makes my ears hurt!
Up the stairs, you see that silhouetted figure from before, twirling her parasol around her back as she sits at the top of the stairs, right on top of Carrot's back. Meow! So many directions.
I can do that too, bitch. Roar.
Oh, I can't wait to get to know you all once you realize what's right. Oh well, one way or another, you're gonna love Onesie just as much as I do.
That feels impossible, buddy.
You kind of want to...
Come on now. How can you resist him? He's a charmer with such a sense of humor. Oh, and he's so handsome.
You should know we've tried to kill him before.
Yeah, I want to turn to the group. Real quick and go, okay, I want to insult him really bad because that's my gut response to anything about him, but I feel like if I do, she's gonna kill me.
At this point, go for it.
I'm just like him. And you like me, don't you? How couldn't you?
Your voice makes my ears feel like they're bleeding, woman, please.
Oh, I know. I know how to lighten that sourpuss look on your whittle faces.
You sound like a whittle. No, are you a horse? Do you have a wagon at all? Turn around, show us that wagon. Do you even have a wagon?
She just looks down at your guys as like on it. What is the expression of everyone right now? Lelee, what's your expression?
I'm just angry, man. I'm just like, you fucking shut up.
Wilfred looks like the most distressed he's been in ages.
That's hard.
What's Thrux's expression?
Probably a headache. Probably to immediately
Charpay.
just like
Charpay is just like, okay.
Own.
Oh, just stop.
Triao.
You know the look of annoyance, but you're ready to just fucking kill, like stab somebody down.
Yeah.
What's Benny's expression? Cry.
Benny just has like an eyebrow raised, kind of like the attitude where like, yeah, girl, I've been with a god too. You ain't special. Calm down.
Adrian looks like so confused, like so baffled right now at the audacity. And
she's just gonna go, "Oh, you guys all look upset."
Yes!
I could make this
Finally,
so
you
much
got the
better.
message.
Oh, it's okay. I know how to cheer up you little fucking assholes. Oh, girls!
Yo, fuck.
You see from behind her as Byron steps up behind her back. And then an orc. And then another. And another. As the Hellbrands begin to swarm behind her, blocking out the light from the exit above as a golden glow rim lights behind them all. Two's reflective cat eyes grow into little slitted pinpricks as a smile carves up on her face. Alright, you little brats! You like games, don't you? Yeah, you love games. Let's play one, shall we? Why don't we make Onesie proud and tear their pretty little faces off? We're gonna end this session off here.
I hate
Worth it.
Yay! If one's so good, why isn't there two?
I'm going to kill.
You know, I missed all the horniness. She has a favorite.
She is the worst. Closing remarks. Kiki, closing remarks.
Stop being horny on me! That's what I done! I'm gonna kill you!
Egg.
Yeah, that's my closing remark.
I would like to make a formal apology for this character.
I don't know if I can accept it, to be completely honest.
There would be no one else in the world who would love one unless they were like that.
Yeah, I see.
Not even his mother, dude.
Not even his mother.
Peril and Maine is like, nah, Sunday, my son.
Keep closing remark. I am so sorry, woman.
Worst family tree in the fucking world.
I hated you.
Snorp closing remark.
Owen and I both have heard things today that I wish we never would have heard.
Oh, Eon.
I still think it's a mercy that I zoned out during that first part.
It is.
It is.
Okay, you can't slay the slime sickle anymore, so jump scare.
Ready?
That is scary, actually. That is scary as fuck.
What's your closing remark?
Don't be horny on Maine. You deserve no rights. Go fuck yourself. Literally, if you ever want to get,
this is why I introduced her right before a fight, because I cannot see you guys standing this character for like an entire arc. I am giving you guys the immediate opportunity to kill her.
Let's go.
Kills for horny.
You're muted, Snarp.
Good, I'm glad. We're gonna murder next episode.
We're gonna murder.
Man, we just disregard the rest of the
I love violence.
Just kill.
Closing remark, crime?
So scary.
Honestly, as much as I hate missing a session, the fact that I came at this time and that's the only context I have to like anything is pretty iconic. So
I can't wait for Cole to come back next session.
Don't kill a woman.
This horny Karen.
They were like, no, she was horny on Maine. Kill her.
No, I feel like Wilfred will agree in the killing in this manner.
Yeah.
She is visibly not mind controlled. This is just who she is.
Okay,
here's the worst part. So you guys have been speculating that it's like Chloe who is behind the mind control stuff, because everyone who has been mind controlled acts a bit like a child. Considering the fact that Carrot and Byron are under mind control, that's basically two children being forced to listen to that.
God.
I make my villains awful, guys.
Guys, we gotta murder next session. We gotta murder.
I feel like we're gonna like show up and we're gonna like completely ignore the rest of the Hellbrands, or be like, yeah, you guys are being your mind is a kid right now, so you're fine. But we're all just gonna turn towards this woman and just like I'll bust out the 300 whatever HP attack that I have in my back pocket.
Yeah, I want the party to collectively
I want the party to collectively blow their strongest tools against this bitch.
Do a big ass
to the face.
Yeah, I was talking about how I have to preserve bullets at this point because I'm running lower for than I like, but I think I think this is worth a good old fashioned, couple million headshots.
I'm so glad that I could make a character that you guys hate just so quickly.
Yes. Congrats.
We don't respect the horny.
Well, tune in next week for hopefully less of 2.
No hornies, please.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm sorry for my war crimes. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Goodbye.